What's going on, Rebel family? I want to take a chance. I want to get in here and uh, get to this Ti and Charleston White. There's a few things I want to talk about with this particular issue going on here between, I guess, Charleston White and Ti's son, Boosie, rapper Boosie, and his son. And just a couple of things I want to cover about it. And I'm going to go through some of the videos that uh, I guess some of the responses back and forth, just to give you some of my takes on it, some of my thoughts about it, and some of the, I guess, if you will, some of the things that you get right, or some things that are right, some things that are wrong about the whole situation. And But before I get to that, let me do some house cleaning here. I do need your support. If you like the content, you rock with the content. Uh, Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Share this with your friends or someone else you think might like the content. And please subscribe because that's going to help me out. I actually have a lot of videos that are waiting to get edited. I need to find an editor because. Work life outside of YouTube has um, gotten a lot busy for me during this time. A lot of different projects. As you guys know, I told you before, I am a network engineer, primarily working with networking equipment, Cisco routers, switches, UCS chassis stuff, wireless LAN stuff, network administration, network engineering. I've been doing for quite a while, so it's a lot of projects that have come up, and a lot of things are moving in terms of network refreshes, so forth. So it's been a little busy, so I do apologize that I haven't gotten content out as readily as I could in the past, or at least, but like I said, there's a lot of things that I've recorded that are sitting waiting to be edited. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them up in their unedited format, um, in live stream format, as opposed to the pre-recorded edited videos that I normally like to do, to that way at least I can get the content out. It's going to be some older content that I've recorded, from some things that happened in the past. But I do want to share the content, and I do want to share my perspective. Actually, I recorded a video, so I would like to get them up and out. But just some of them just they are, weren't as polished as they could be. So I was trying to edit them and kind of clean them up a little bit. But I might just have to put them out as is, and just see what is. But I want to try to bring quality product. That I've been doing this for a year. I think I just had the anniversary in August, so I've been making videos for about a year now. So I wanted to try to keep improving on the quality of the content, not just stay the same. So that's kind of why I started spending a little bit more time trying to edit the videos. But then things move at a lightning pace. The internet, life, and things happen. And I'm like, oh man, I have such diverse thoughts than a lot of content creators. Excuse me, I can't even talk. Content creators are putting out on different topics. I'm like, okay, they didn't see it from this particular angle. What do you guys think about this particular, the way I saw this, the way I saw this incident here? So that's what I kind of want to get to today, man. I want to chop it up here about this whole Charleston White, Ti. Uh, I want to take some time and chop it up about that here. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So it took me a while to figure out exactly what happened and where all of this started. And I don't know if these guys had history before this, or what, but it seemed to have started, and it seemed that Charleston White kicked this off, and it based on the first video that I was able to find, that he started this, and I guess it was he was upset with what the rapper Boosie had to say about Kanye West, since Kanye West is, I don't know, he likes Kanye West, or because they both kind of have some affinity for Trump, that he took it personal what Boosie said about, Kanye West wearing the White Lives Matter T-shirt or whatever. And that I actually probably just need to do on a live stream because there's a lot to say about Kanye. I'm waiting on Fox News to release the entire interview. They've released it in parts, but I don't want to take parts. I want to take it in. I want to grab it in its full context so I can go through and just react to some of the things that I saw in it. But anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into this first clip here.
To pay for the rent. You can't do that no more, Boosie.
This this is where
Watch the video and tell me what do y'all think in the comments below. Petty gang.
The Boosie fade. You talking about? I'm gonna rest my goddamn ass shit. I remember America was great, Boosie. Yeah, I remember you sell dope out your mama house to pay for the rent. You can't do that no more, Boosie. You remember you first started selling crack? I remember it was okay to get booty with your cousins.
this dude is this dude is insane. I heard this part and I was like, okay, this got to be it right here. So this guy is insane.
You can hear all the cousins spend the night at the house, and all the grown folk go out. We playing house. I'm mom. I want to be the daddy, and two cousins will fight because he's the son and I'm the daddy, and the cousin everybody want to is the mama. Yeah.
Sheesh.
So nigga, you little Boosie, and everything you talking about it represent. I stand with Kanye West. Boosie, I just want to remind you, you had a 15-year-old kid as your hitman. You killed your brother-in-law. You done disrespected your baby mamas online and all kind of things. All kind of things. You've been promoting black people, killing black people ever since them dusty ass lips of yours. Now listen, little Boosie, your lips ain't never well hydrated. You got some of the ashiest lips. Your lips look like kneecaps. Now I'm saying, little Boosie, nigga, you be having that white shit in your mouth. You be having that white shit outside your mouth. I'm talking about mouth, little cotton mouth, dry and white around the mouth like turkey meat. That's how you be looking, Boosie, be trying to talk. Say now one thing about your little black ugly ass. Boy, you don't look like you drank no water. Boy, I'm talking about that black ass skin of yours, boy, be looking like a pair of them goddamn what's them ostrich boots. Not the them ostrich boots. You know, they know what I'm talking about. Them black ostrich boots. That's what your motherfucking skin be look like. Boy, you don't look hydrated at all. You like you be full of that syrup and heavy blunts. But your mouth be dry. Yeah. God damn it. Then you
And it seems like this dude is on something. Some of the stuff that he says makes some type of sense, but then there's other times where it's just really incoherent like this. And I'm only saying alleged. I don't know, but sometimes the way he comes off like this, it just seems that the brother's off. But then there's other things that I've seen of him to where he's really coherent, and what he's saying makes a lot of sense. But you know, in in this one here, in this particular incident, or this particular video, it just seems he's like all over the place. Let me skip ahead a little bit. I want to.
get Larry Hoover out of jail.
You talking about Kanye getting Larry Hoover out of jail?
Oh, you listen. You ain't made a song trying to get to come together like we together. Boy, I can't wait to wear my White Lives Matter shirt.
Sheesh.
I can't wait to wear my White Lives Matter shirt. And I'm bringing Make America Great hats back again.
See now, and if he does that, there'll be people outraged. I don't understand why one person wearing a White Lives Matter shirt outraged our people so much. The black people were so outraged by it. I'm like, I don't look to Kanye West for anything. I don't listen to his music. I don't wear his clothes. I don't wear his shoes. So him wearing a White Lives Matter shirt meant I said, okay, it's Kanye West wearing a White Lives Matter T-shirt. But if he does it, someone will say the same thing or whatever. But like, who cares? I mean, they are irrelevant, not leaders of black people. They're certainly not anyone that we should be looking to towards moving any needle other than in entertainment. But let's see where he's
And when I go out of town, that's where I be. I ride the skin, mother.
okay.
Tootie Raw, you ain't him off over his cousin them how. T.I. little yellow, never been slapped across his
Okay.
little Tootie Raw.
And I didn't know Tootie Raw
I
was.
hate you, Boosie. And I don't
See, this is for where I first started. Where I hate you, Boosie. So I didn't know Tootie Raw was Boosie's son or whatever, and I'll explain why he lumped these two guys in together. I'll let
don't
it
like
play.
your little ugly ass son either. Little Tootie Raw, he going to jail. Yeah, little boy going to jail. His little bitch ass going to jail. Little Tootie Raw think he tough in the mother. Boy, you little Boosie's son. Little boy ain't never been slapped across his goddamn head. Boosie, your boy don't know how to fight. Neither do that T.I. little yellow mother. Long hair freak. That little don't know how to fight either. Look at them, y'all babies is rapper babies.
Okay, so from what I understand, when the blogs or the blogs, what is that? The Breakfast Club, um, all over social media. I did a video on it as well. Like I said, it's just getting edited. I only equated it with Ti's son King. I didn't know he was with Boosie's son. Uh, what is he say? Tootie Raw, whatever. Allegedly, this is whatever. Anyway, so they were together, but the blogs only picked up on the Ti son or whatever, King, and that's kind of what was really blown. But apparently, they were together. So this is why he's talking about they're going to jail and all this kind of stuff, and they're rappers' kids and they ain't tough and all this. I don't. And like I said, this was just to take a because he was upset with Boosie for the Kanye West thing, and like I said, this is why it's real incoherent. He seems to just all over the place.
Go drop him off over his cousin them how, where one of them cousins might take him or not let him eat. And then see if the boy can hold up in Baton Rouge. Right now, little Tootie Raw, you ain't nothing but a little sheltered, little ugly ass, little black ass little boy that look like a pair of patent leather boots. Your daddy look like ostrich boots, and you look like a pair of patent leather boots. Little shiny skin mother. Your daddy ain't got shiny skin. Your daddy a little bumpy face. You're a little rough skin looking mother. But you still young. You got this smooth little boy look. It's just black in the mother. Yeah, you talking about. Yeah, exactly. And that little T.I. little boy, that little yellow son bitch think he playing tough. You going to jail. Dog.
Okay, I'm sorry to laugh, but the dude is funny, and some of the stuff that he says, it is funny, but that's besides the point. And I can't help from laughing if it's funny, but I'm sorry, and I may do that from time to time because some of it was actually funny, and I laughed, and I was like, okay, this dude is crazy.
You little boy going to jail. That's just like your daddy. She ain't going to jail. Just like your daddy went. Hell you talking about? Them boys ain't gonna be shit. I'm talking about that goddamn little Boosie boy and that T.I. boy. They ain't gonna be shit. Matter of fact, that boy gonna grow up and be strung out on drugs the way they going. Them little ain't gonna be
Okay,
finna fail like a motherfucker. And they finna disappoint you, Boosie. Yeah, little Tootie Raw, you Boosie. We standing with Kanye West, nigga. Make America great again. Yeah. Outside. Yeah. So I just want to tell Boosie, I bet your 85 South numbers don't do better than mine. You just got to remember, I got the largest fucking numbers on the 85 South show in the last year. What's your name, Boosie Boo?
all right, that's enough of that one. But anyway, so that was the first salvo, if you will, from what I understand, what I'm able to piece together. That was the first. That's what kind of set everything off, and then, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this because I'm sure you guys are aware, but why is this a I mean, is this a light skinned dude issue? When they say the light skinned dudes are emotional, because it seems the only people that have responded at this point were the light skinned dudes, Ti and his son King. Because I looked and I looked and I searched and I searched and I haven't been able to find anywhere where Boosie responded or um, his son responded. And to me, that's how if that's how you should move if you're gonna move any kind of way. You either a you're ignoring what he said because it doesn't matter because they're still making their money, they're still doing whatever it is they do, you know, partying, making money, doing business, whatever it is that Boosie and his son, whatever they do, they're still having fun. Charleston White saying this on the internet didn't it didn't do anything to him. It didn't stop anything, you know. Um, or two, so one either they're ignoring it, or two, oh, when they see him, it's just on. But we're not going to broadcast that to the world. We're not going to get on the. We're going to jump on the live and then start talking about what we're going to do and what we ain't going to do. We're just going to do when we see you, and that's just what it is. And to me, that's how they should be moving. But like I said, I don't know if it's the light skin thing. I don't know if it's that light skin insecurity thing. You got to show I'm tougher than everybody else because only the light skinned dudes responded and was saying stuff that was just reckless.
Charleston White, you was a bitch, boy. That
So this is King's response to what Charleston White was saying initially. So
nigga said he was with him. He was with him. Man, I stayed with my older cousins. Motherfucker went to pointing who did what, who. Man, we was about to whoop your ass when you come back down here from telling.
okay, so that right there, this is where it's reckless because it's um now you threaten to do something to somebody. We were gonna your ass when you we were gonna whoop your ass when you came back down here or when you come back, whatever it is. Now it's okay. Well, he was talking about your looks. He didn't say he was gonna do anything to you. So is that emotionality coming in? You know what I mean? That what I'm talking about is all you had to do was just okay. You get back at him. It was all jokes. He talking about how you look and so forth. But now you took it to another level.
Your ass, you had, I can see you had a soft upbringing. That
And the irony of this dude saying somebody had a soft upbringing when you were raised by at least one millionaire. I don't know what Tiny's net worth is, but having one millionaire parent is soft living enough, let alone having two. So I don't know where this dude what this dude is insane too. Is in fact.
video I seen was just so funny. The nigga got so tough when them police, you see them lights. Nigga got so tough, started yelling. You know, boy, the red and blue lights, man, save a nigga life, huh?
See, and even that save a nigga lights. Come on, bro. I mean, dude. So Charleston White has never made any. Um, he's never made no bones about it. That hey, Uh, he will call cops on you. He's that dude hasn't. He hasn't made any. He's been very clear that he will call on you, and he ain't ashamed to say it. And he he will repeat it over and over and over again that he will call the law on you. So that shouldn't surprise you if you did any research before you responded on who the dude was that was talking about you. You've seen the clips all over the place. I'm gonna play Charleston's response to that.
Nigga, your mama and daddy raised a yellow freak. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That nigga T.I. son say, nigga, I whoop your old ass. Now T.I., you raising these kind of little yellow motherfuckers? You got a yellow motherfucker look how your son look, talking about he'll jump on a 50-something-year-old nigga. Your boy, hey, so T.I., them the kind of boys you got? Say, T.I., listen, if your boy jump on me, y'all will bury that yellow motherfucker. I shoot him right in his goddamn throat.
Okay, now, and I'm not saying I would disagree with him because you know I'm in the same boat. I'm not fighting nobody. It's 2022. I'm not doing that, especially if it's a group of I don't care what age they are jumping on me or my family or whatever it is. It's 2022. People are licensed to conceal carry. People are not playing with people these days talking about we gonna whoop your no. And so Charleston White is not wrong for saying, well, he's wrong for saying it, but he's not wrong if that's how he would react if somebody jumped on him. Now, I wouldn't get on the internet saying, responding back to somebody saying, "Hey, if you do X, Y, and Z, then this is what I'm going to do to you." If it happened, that's just what I'm going to do. I'm not going to I don't have to broadcast that to the world because, again, we know what it is today. We it we're not I'm not I'm not even thinking about you know catching a fade and squaring up with somebody. I'm not doing all that. Yeah, for what, dude? I've worked too hard for the stuff that I have, and I want my family to come home safe, and I want to get home safe whenever I'm out. And it was funny because the dude that I was doing some work with the other day, we were supposed to meet. Matter of fact, last Saturday. That's why I had to uh, postpone the live stream, and I had to postpone the live stream. I had to meet a dude because we had some emergency upgrades. So I'm working with this guy. He's trying to learn the ropes and so forth. And we're gonna be working overnight. And he got there late. He was like 30 minutes late or whatever. And so then he's telling me, "Oh yeah, and I forgot mine." He pointed his fingers like he was, like how you uh shape your fingers into a gun. And I'm just like, dude, you could say pistol, you could say gun. Like it ain't against the law, carry your weapon or whatever. And he was like, yeah, he forgot it, so he had to turn around and go get it because we were gonna be, it was gonna be overnight. I was like, dude, that's like walking out with your wallet or your keys. It's like American Express. You know what, American Express, you never leave home without it. That ain't even. There's no. Oh, I forgot my pistol. Or I forgot. That I don't even get that. I'm like, dude, you only thinking about carrying it at night. I'm like, so much stuff can pop off in the daytime, and so it's like, man, you better get in the habit of carrying all the time. I said, yeah, they posted up in the data center that you can't bring weapons in. So from a law standpoint, if they post that you can't conceal carry in a particular establishment, then it's against the law if you do, even though you got a concealed carry license or whatever. So it's like, so the only places that you can't carry is when they say, they post that you can't bring the weapon in, whatever, like airports or whatever. So man, you better get in the habit of carrying all the time. I said, daytime, night, it don't when you move, it's on you. That's standard equipment when you wallet, keys, or your whatever it is, your ID, credit cards, whatever it is, debit cards, whatever you got, cash, pistol, extra magazines. You know what I mean? Like those move with you. Your you know waistband, um, holster, whatever, however you carry, that moves with you all the time.
Look, I wish an 18, 19-year-old nigga would jump on me. Boy, I Trayvon Martin, that little motherfucker. I swear to God, my right hand to God. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If T.I. son jump on me, I'm on George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, his little motherfucking ass. I'm gonna let him get on top of me. Pow! Pow! Yeah, I'm gonna.
And now he was saying that to be antagonistic on that particular is excuse me, bringing up Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman. he was absolutely 100% being antagonistic and trolling because he knows that is a sensitive or emotional issue with the black community. And then, of course, he seems to be more on that conservative side of things. The white conservative. Thinking that or excuse me, George Zimmerman was, in the right, and he knows he wasn't because what he says here.
Trayvon Martin, his motherfucker, that he got me fucked up. Nigga, you better get your son, T.I. Little yellow motherfucker ain't never been hit across his goddamn head with a baton, with that Rodney King baton. Why hit that yellow motherfucker talking about jumping on me, hurting me? Boy, you better get your boy Tip, and you better tell him you work for Crime Stoppers. He talking about I got a badge. You had a badge before I had a badge, T.I. Remember? They had you going around doing a community service, talking to the kids about reporting crime because you got caught with a bunch of guns on federal paper. We don't know how you beat them charges, T.I., because one thing every nigga in the feds know, nigga, they don't give a damn about that shit, nigga. So tell your son, you inspired me to be a tipster. Yeah, I want to be like T.I.P., nigga. I used to wear my hat and everything like you, nigga. Shit, I want to be a tipster. So
Hey, the dude is funny because when he broke out with that, I want to be a tipster. I was like the double entendre, the tipster. That's hilarious. And then he was moving like Ti. And a matter of fact, hold on, let me show you this. That's where I came up with the
tell your
thumbnail
son I got the
tipster because it's so and he's the one. Okay, so he called Ti the tipster, and then Charleston White it openly admits that he will call the cops on you, that he will call the tip line on you. And so it is just funny to me, and yeah, that one is funny.
badge idea from you. Get that little motherfucking check before you end up like Trayvon Martin fucking with me. I'm a George Zimmerman kind of nigga, neighborhood watch nigga. I'm on the phone with the police. They telling me don't follow him. I'm following him anyway. Yeah, I'm following him anyway. And if he whoop me, I'm gonna shoot him. I'm just like George. I'm just like George Zimmerman, nigga. I ain't bullshit. Shoot the shit out of one of these little motherfuckers that kick my ass. I will whip.
So, I mean, he's not wrong saying, you know, hey, these little boys come up strong. We getting older. We in the 50s, and I know from experience that's kind of how it was back when I was 18, 19 or whatever. Strong hitting the weight room, and playing football, wrestling, and all that kind of stuff. And you young and you strong, and when cats get older, if they ain't staying in the gym all the time, young dudes can be stronger than you. So you get out here and start trying to fight one of these little dudes and all this kind of stuff, and wind up getting knocked out. We see it all the time on social media. So again, if someone brings that type of energy to you, hey, all bets off. He 18, whatever. Because that just happened in Atlanta. What's the brother's name? Ludacris, his manager, I think it was some guy named Shaka Zulu or something Zulu or something. Anyway, uh, he was getting jumped by 3 or 4 dudes or whatever, and it wasn't. I don't think it was him that shot him. I think it was somebody with the brother Shaka Zulu, whatever his name is. I think it was somebody with him that wind up shooting the dude or whatever. I saw the video. I should do a video about that. But anyway, and then the parents of the young man who got killed, I'm like, yo, sorry for the loss of your son, but if he out here trying to jump on somebody, people are just not gonna just let you just let people just jump on them. And this is a grown man. This is man in his 40s or 50s, and he's expected to fight 3 4 dudes. And when he can legally carry, he can go get his concealed carry license and carry to defend himself. no. So it's a difficult situation, and like I said, I probably do a video about that because this is kind of going along the same lines. If you know King and some of his friends were to see Charleston White and they jump on him, and and then some unfortunate event happens and he pulls and that's not good, man. And I want to play Ti's response here, but before I do, um, he just was saying this about he knows the energy that King's on. He gonna wind up in he going to jail. He going to prison. See, and that was one of the criticisms that I have for Ti. He didn't say the other part. Usually, when you on that type of energy, it's just one or two places that you go. You either go to jail or you end up dead. But he didn't want to say that, and I understand because you don't want to say that about your son. But those are the two places because all the stuff that King has been doing, you know, um, yeah, it can land him in jail, but also can get him killed. And he didn't say that part. Like, yo, maybe he said it to him behind closed doors, but when you want to get on live and start talking about it, he didn't. He didn't address that part because people again, people are just not going to sit back and just let you just jump on them and so forth. So let me go ahead and play Ti's response to this. And shout out to Nine Mag, whatever. I got it from over there. He was the only one that had it in full context, and I didn't want to play a bunch of thousand clips of it where I was seeing it on the internet or whatever.
King. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's day is positive. Hope everyone is prosperous and going about your lives, staying positive and sucker free. Cause that's what I be trying to do, man. Every day, bro. Every day. Wake up trying to figure out how to get it, how to apply my gifts that God has given me to be able to, execute plans, connect dots to help others, stay out of sucker shit. You know what I mean? And nowadays, man, it's a full-time job staying out of sucker shit. Just staying out of sucker shit, bro. Let some nigga who miserable about his own life pull you into some sucker shit, trying to keep that from happening, man. That shit is a full-time job. You know?
Actually, it ain't because all you had to do was ignore it. This dude is I'm not gonna play all of this. It's long. He's gonna say stuff like Charleston White is not on his level. Yeah, financially he ain't. So if you're gonna acknowledge that, then why do you acknowledge someone who ain't on your level? Like, again, like I said, is it the light skinned dude stuff? You know what I mean? The waffle colored Negro syndrome here. Because to not get pulled into this, all you had to do was just not respond. And what he said was what he said. And if you're on the street, I understand that that's your son. But if your son is talking about jumping somebody, then what do you expect for them to do? Just because it's Ti's son? Oh, just let me jump. Let me just get jumped by Ti's son because it's Ti's son.
And speaking of which, man, could somebody please, man, pull me up to speed with what some had to say about my son, what some grown man had to say about my son, man?
Before you responded, you should have been up to speed. Before you got on live, you should have been up to speed. So this tells me this was an emotional response.
Could somebody please just pull me up to speed, man? Just pull me up to speed. How some grown man had some to say about my motherfucking son. Just pull me up to speed on that, man. Just
Okay, so a lot of grown ass men and grown ass women had a lot to say about your son just a month ago when he got arrested. Just prior to that, a month or so, 2 weeks or so before that, when he was fighting in the or about to get in a fight in the Waffle House. Years before that, when a video of him getting into a fight at his school. I don't know if he was in middle school, high school. I don't remember which, but people had something to say about it then. One of the reasons why is because you put your son out in the public arena. You put all your kids out there in the public arena, and I understand you were making money with the reality show, and that was a way. But you put your kids out there in the spotlight. Now you upset because somebody had something to say about your son. It's just ludicrous. That's just like me. I did a video. I let my son chop it up with me in one of the videos that I did. Now, if somebody got on here and said something about my son, whose fault is that? It's mine for uh, putting my son out there to be critiqued. Obviously, the person who said it, they said whatever they said, but they don't know my son. I'm not gonna get upset or whatever about whatever is said about my son because I put him out there. If I didn't want anybody to speak on my son, then I wouldn't put him out there. You know. But anyway, this is clearly an emotional response here.
Pull me up to speed on that, man. What the grown is wasted his whole life doing absolutely nothing. Got something to say about my motherfucking son at the beginning of his adult life. I want to know. Somebody please, man. Somebody please, man. Just
See now, Ti he has to make up his mind because he's going to say that King is a child. He's going to refer to King as a child multiple times, but he said at the beginning of his adult life. In You can't have it both ways, bro.
pull it up, man. Just pull me up, man. Who need to be added, man? I know want attention. I know want attention. I know man who ain't got shit else going on, ain't got no real talent, can't do
But if you knew he wanted attention, why give it to him? Just emotions involved.
nothing but kick up dust and wait on that shit to fall down so they get dirty and some mother clout get to them. I know that's how get paid. I understand when you a bottom feeder and a parasite. I understand that's your business model.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
But boy, I spare no expense on your ass, boy, about mine.
See, now then he gets on here, making a threat, and then that could be perceived as a threat. I'll spare no expense to get on your ass about mine. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously you ain't talking about in a sexual way. Well, maybe not obvious.
Give a
Whatever.
about no police. Do all my time.
That ain't what you said. That ain't what you said before. Now, do all your time, as you said. You said on the Breakfast Club, and I'll probably play it here. That if you facing a lot of time, and you know you'll do another video like your Crime Stoppers video if it'll reduce the charges.
I do all my time. About mine. Man, look, man. Go play with a nigga who you can play with, man. One thing we ain't finna do is pretend like we on the same motherfucking level. It's one thing we ain't finna do. So I ain't, man, listen, bro.
You addressing him like y'all on the same level. Because if he wasn't on your level, then why address him?
Just keep. If you got something to say to me, talk to me. Don't talk to no child.
Nope, you just said he was an adult. He's not a child. And your child responded to him.
Cause you putting yourself on a child's level.
Or you putting then if that's the case, you're putting yourself on his level, on Charleston's level. So then don't try to pull this ween on the same level. If Charleston responding to your son is putting himself on a child's level, then you responding to Charleston is putting you on Charleston's level. You can't have it both ways, bro.
Like my I don't have no gang. I ain't in no gang. I got family. I got motherfuckers who willing to risk their lives and freedom to about me and mine. You hear me? Why don't play with me, man? Don't play with my motherfucking child ever.
I mean, for somebody who supposedly came out on the streets, where in the street code is this? To get on the internet and make a video and talk tough And I ain't even mad at Charleston White saying, man, I got video on him. I ain't even mad at him for saying it. Did y'all make it too easy? Something happened to that dude. He come to Atlanta and something happened to that dude. First person they first place they stopping is wherever T.I. lives.
My nigga, I ain't even on no sucker shit, man. I don't play with you motherfuckers suckers, man. I don't play with you suckers at all. I don't play with you suckers. And I appreciate not being played with by you suckers, man. I don't know why, man. Grown that man feel like he got something to say about King. Man,
And this is exactly why. This is exactly why. And I don't necessarily. I don't. Well, let me say this. I understand that it's a racialized component to it, but unfortunately, there's only one race that kind of makes music that way. With law enforcement using rappers' lyrics against them. And people are so silly talking about, well, you just can't arrest somebody for the lyrics that they say. No, that's in addition to, or that is the first breadcrumb that leads to. So if you're rapping about something in the street, you're rapping about something that the cops are like, wait a minute, you know, the murder that he's describing, we actually have a case that he's describing. So that's the first breadcrumb when you rap about something like that. That's the first breadcrumb. They're like, okay, well, hold on. Oh, okay. So you got some inside details here. So that's the first breadcrumb. So it's only one race that makes music talking about these types of things, and then the public persona is the same as the quote unquote private persona, meaning the entertainer Ti or Tip or whatever. That's one character. That's a character. But then Clifford Harris, he is the same guy. He claims to be the same guy. So then when someone says, "Well, why they don't ever arrest uh, um, Al Pacino or Robert De Niro because it's clear Robert De Niro and Al Pacino they're not living the gangster life. Once they stop filming The Godfather or Goodfellas or whatever or Scarface, they're not running around talking about you know whacking this guy and whacking that guy and I'm say hello to my little friend and all that. They're not running around doing that. But you rappers do. You rappers rap about what you do in the streets and how tough you are in the streets and where you came from and this and that and the third. Then it don't just stop when the camera stops, because then you're that way. You're that way all the time, and then you get on live and you're like that again.
don't play with me, bro. Don't play with mine, bro. Don't play with mine. Just don't play with mine. I ain't finna say no name because I don't play police game. If I go to jail, it's gonna be for something. It's gonna be for something. I don't play no police game, man. I don't play no police game. I don't play no internet game. I don't do none of that shit, bro. Bruh. Just know as you move around, man, life is real, bruh. This shit ain't no motherfucking joke. This shit ain't no motherfucking game.
See,
Just don't play with me and don't play with mine. Say what you want about me. Leave my motherfucking children out your motherfucking face, boy.
man, these people. DJ Envy did that a while back, and I wasn't making content then, but I always thought to go back and address that. But DJ Envy did that and was talking about those guys, Deezus and Meryl, and they were they react to content. I guess they were like reacting to content on their show, and they had a clip of DJ Envy and his wife on The View or one of those real whatever it was, and you know she had said something about I didn't even know who DJ Envy was, so all I knew was Rashawn, And then one of them guys, the dark skin one, I don't know. I think that's Deezus. Yeah, I think that's Deezus. I get those guys mixed up. Anyway, he said, well, she knew about those. She knew those DJ Envy checks. Envy got all light skinned and emotional and was like, well, you were saying that she was only with me because of the money, and then they clearly didn't say that. Well, clearly they were right in terms of she knew the person Rashawn, but her lifestyle was um her extravagant lifestyle was because of DJ Envy. So those DJ Envy checks is what got her the lifestyle that they got. And so he was on this thing of don't talk about my family. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but just don't talk about my family. I'm like, dude, you turned into a public figure by taking her on all those talk shows and doing the podcast. All the stuff that you did and putting her out there in the spotlight, you turned her into a public figure. So then you can't say, you can't be upset when someone says um, something about your public figure wife. Now, Charlemagne, he hasn't done that. He hasn't brought his wife on different shows and they're writing books and they're going from show to show to show. I mean, and he hasn't done that. So it's a little bit different. It's kind of like, if Jay-Z popped up and said, hey, don't say anything about Beyonce, she's a public figure. And unfortunately, like I said earlier, Ti is turning he's the first one to put his children out in the spotlight. You know what I mean? It, it- like all the stuff that his daughter had to go through. That's Ti's fault. Like if he had never put them on the if he had never put them on a talk show, or excuse me, reality show. If he never put them on a reality show, millions of people wouldn't have saw who she was, know her name and all that kind of stuff. They wouldn't have known who she was. So when he made the statement about going for her yearly checkup, then now she's embarrassed. Like, yo, the embarrassed, like the dude don't even understand. Like, and then people wonder why celebrity kids be jacked up, man. Like they're so jacked up sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, it's incredible the to make that money because you were already good before you did a reality show. I wouldn't imagine that you needed to do the reality show. You did it to probably promote your brand or make your brand bigger. Okay, fine, that's your choice. But you were the first one to put your children out there. Now King, I guess, is trying to do a little rap thing or whatever. He's trying to do his own little rapping or whatever. So now he's putting himself out there. But that should have been a choice that he made once he got out there to. It's like this contrast with Denzel Washington and Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington, right? It was crazy because I had seen the dude in a movie or two, and he was in the show Ballers or whatever. And I'm like, I'm seeing him. I'm just like, yo, that dude reminds me of Denzel Washington. I'm just looking at him like, yo, he looked like Denzel. He kind of sound like Denzel. And I'm like, and I just brushed it off. And then obviously it came out later. It was like, yo, that is Denzel Washington's son. I was like, that, didn't ever see anything about them. And I understand they grew up in a different time or whatever. But he didn't come in riding, his dad's coattails. People found out later. That's fine. And that's the way I would have been with King or any of my children. I'm that guy. Same thing, um, it's a lot of pressure that they put on their children. Like LeBron James, the way he does his son, as opposed to the way Michael Jordan did his sons. Michael Jordan would go watch his sons, and he would be in the top row and in the back and all this kind of stuff. And and then too, I guess they wasn't as good as LeBron James' son or whatever too. And that's another layer to it. But LeBron James would be right down front of the court, going out on the layup line with his son, bringing all kinds of attention to his sons. I'm like, yo, what is this dude doing? Relax. He's trying to coach his son. Yeah, all kinds of silliness, man. Stop. Yo, chill. Just let the dude have a little bit of privacy. You know what I mean? But the son is good. LeBron James is good, so people gonna be watching him. But Yo, these dudes, man, they, I think with them not having fathers, um, they don't know how to father. They've made a lot of money and they can provide their children with a great life. Way better than I can provide my children with. You know what I mean? So it's no hate there, but I see the deficiencies that you know things that I learned from my father that you know it's funny. My father-in-law said that about my son, the one who the youngest one who did the video with me. And in contrast to, he has another grandson about the same age from his other daughter. He has another daughter, and my sister-in-law, she has a son about my son. So we got sons around the same ages, right? But his dad is not in his life. And then my father-in-law was just like, man, he said, I can see the difference, man. The difference that you make being here with him versus his cousin who doesn't have his father in his life. This is a big difference. He said they're like night and day in how they behave. So father's irreplaceable, and it's clear that um, not saying that they didn't do a great job. And two, I think the majority of his sons are they're good kids. I think he has what, four sons? I believe Ti has four sons. The two oldest ones, they're chilled out, and the youngest one is chilled out. But then I don't know if they live full time with him or live full time with the mom. Probably live full time with their mothers or whatever, except for the youngest two. But anyway,
That's it. And I wouldn't even know about it, man. I wouldn't even know about it, man, bro. The difference between me and other people, man, until you have people on your payroll whose households that you provide livelihood for. I got a business right here. We got goddamn 24 people on the payroll. I got a building in that though. We got 18 people on the payroll. I got two clothing lines. We got 30, 40 some people on payroll. I got motherfucking 143 unit complex with affordable housing down the street.
and that's the thing that he should be all on the blogs and the internet for, or whatever. The 143 complex affordable housing that he built in Atlanta. I don't know exactly where, but um, that should be the thing that he's promoting, not this foolishness.
I'm providing jobs and opportunity to people. All you is providing is shit. Whole
And then that is great, but you're responding to it. So what does that make you, Ti? What does that make you? You're responding to it.
you come tell me and mine a thing we ain't never gonna do and pretend we on the same level.
Again, you're doing it right now by addressing him.
So man, look, man, crawl back in your little dusty ass hole.
It's so funny when he's talking like this, when it's uh the hood, I gotta show him tough kind of thing. Then he really gets the what is it, what they call it, the bankhead accent or whatever it is, that that whole thing comes out at this point.
Crawl back in your little dusty ass hole, man. Stay the fuck out my goddamn way, man.
He actually ain't in your way. You're putting him in your way.
And I wouldn't even know what the fuck you had going on if it wasn't for my motherfucking old lady calling me and asking me about it.
Well, you should have just simply responded, okay, he said something about my son, and that's it. I'm not gonna address him. He ain't on my level. That's what you should have told her.
What's up, man? In that though, big dog. I love and respect. Everybody who ain't got shit show. Everybody who ain't got going on ain't got goddamn, man. You ain't got to come and cast your misery over here, bro. Busy. This is fucking busy. Now, with that being said, man, I'm gonna get back to trying to be positive, man. Get back to trying to be positive, man. And bro, if you want to see me in person, you can see me in person. And no, I'm not talking about academics. I done already spoke to Act, man. We done already talked.
And see, that's another thing. He's talking about he doesn't he's trying to wake up and not get into anything. He got stuff to do, but every 5 minutes you're commenting on something. So just recently when DJ Academics made the statement about the one, he had something to say about when DJ Academics was talking about the older rappers looking broken, dusty, or whatever. Now, because I'm Ti, I just gotta call Ack and just talk to Ack about it for whatever reason. Then Academic said something about I don't know, Lil Wayne's daughter or whatever her name is. Anyway, Lil Wayne's oldest daughter, the one that he had with the girl Toya, Toya, whatever. I don't know, whatever these people's names are. Toya, I think is her name is Toya. Okay, Reginae Carter, that's her name, right? So Academics had something to say about Reginae Carter. So Lil Wayne ain't say anything. But who said Ti? Oh, that's family. You can't say nothing about bro. She y'all turn all of y'all turned her into a public figure. And even Academics said that, but as a matter of fact, I'm gonna still react. I want to react to DJ Academics interview on the Breakfast Club. I'll probably cue that up maybe tomorrow and go through that because Ack was saying some things that I thought was some he was saying some real stuff because he said that in that video and I agree with him 100%. So bro, she's she's a public figure and she was in a high profile with a rapper, a relationship with a rapper, and they stayed on the blogs. She was on a reality show, growing up hip hop or whatever that show is. He said, man, she's a public figure. People talk about her every day. But then when Axe says something, now it's a problem. Like, no, y'all can't pick and choose. Like these people are silly. Stop. They want their kids to get the bag, and they'll put them. They'll pimp them out to do anything to get the bag. But then when someone speaks on it, then it's oh well, that's family. That's my. You can't talk about. No, you, and Ti should be the last one talking about anybody because like I said, there's certain things that I want to react to. I just don't want people to think that I got a bone to pick or a beef or I'm hating or jealous of anybody because I, I was seconds from just firing up the cam and the microphone and the recorder and reacting to Ti cussing out the comedian making jokes about the whole um the whole case and the allegations against Ti and Tiny about some of the stuff that they were doing in the bedroom. And she's making jokes about it. I'm like, yo, comics make jokes about each other. Get out that game if you can't take it. You don't have thick enough skin. So then you out here threatening this woman. But then matter of fact, I you know I'm just I guess I am gonna react to it because he comes off as a hypocrite. You know, you can say whatever you want to say about anybody's family and this, that, and the third, but then you you up in a tizzy when somebody says something about your son who's out here, you know, acting like he ain't got no home training.
I ain't talking about academic, man. He and I have already we've had our conversation and shit, we moved on. The both of us. Yes, ma'am. Could you give me one moment if you don't mind, please? Please, I will, but I'll be with you in 1 second. Thank you so much for your patience. Man, bro, all I want to do is mind my motherfucking business, bro.
No,
That's it.
no, you don't, Ti, because you're always in somebody else's business. Oh, yeah, dude, you can't stay out of somebody's business. There's always um, somebody say something. Like I said, that whole thing with DJ Academics talking about the older rappers wasn't your business, but you jumped in it. Really, him talking about Reginae Carter wasn't your business because you know her mom said something to him, and her dad was silent, or at least from what I understand, he ain't say anything. She got two parents. You ain't have to say nothing about that. You decided to get in it, and your son out here getting arrested and so forth. How about you handle that business? You know what I'm saying?
I ain't asking for none of this shit, bro. I ain't asking for none of this shit, man. I'm not asking for none of this shit, man.
Yeah, you are. You putting yourself
And
in it.
whoever got that, whatever grown ass man fix their face to talk about a child,
He ain't a child.
free.
He ain't a child. Even if he's 17, he's old enough to go in the military. He's old enough to get charged as an adult if he commits a crime. Um, he's close to being, 18 to where he can vote. There's a lot there. He's far from a child, dude.
Frito Bang, I got you. Say less. I got you. Say less. Whatever man can fix his motherfucking face to talk shit about a motherfucking kid, bruh. Use a hoe ass. Come deal with the daddy. Come deal with the daddy, man.
The daddy didn't make the initial threat. That's where you should have trained your son. You should have taught your son.
Cause when the daddy get to getting on your ass, you ain't gonna do nothing but hit 9-1 and wait on the one to come to follow behind.
Yo, that doesn't. What does that do to him? Because he's admitted that he will call the law on you. I mean, so, and that's what that's what he's supposed to do.
You don't want no problem. What you keep on kicking up dust for? What you keep kicking up dust for if you don't want no trouble?
I mean, he initially just made jokes and comments about how your son looked, dude. So your son couldn't take that and threatened to beat the man up. So it was, I mean, like I said, the dude shouldn't have got on live and started talking about what he was gonna do if he got beat up. If it happens, then it happens. But he responded. But your son made a threat.
Instead, it's where I don't want no smoking in the smoking section. What the f you in the smoking section for if you don't want no motherfucking smoke for? Anybody got something to say about me or mine? Nigga, address me. Holla at me, bro.
Nah,
Man, holla at me, bro.
that's not how it works, bro. That is absolutely not how it works. Especially as your sons become men. Um, yeah, you always gonna feel a certain kind of way that about, but your sons are men. They're gonna have to handle certain things, you know, on their own. Parents are always gonna be there to help their children, um, as much as they can. But your sons may get themselves into some trouble that you can't get them out of. My mom always told me that. My father always told me that when I was younger. So hey, don't get yourself in some trouble that I can't get you out of. And I was like, okay, that right there made me understand. Okay, you know what? My parents ain't all powerful, and UTI ain't all powerful because you, even as I don't know, I guess he was a millionaire at the time that he went to prison. Um, and that was part of King's problem that he stated. Part of King's problem was that when he was gone away, King spent a lot of time over there with his with Tiny's mom, the white grandma, and they just let him run wild. Well, that was your fault because you shouldn't have went to prison. That was absolutely 100% your fault because you went to prison. You chose to go to prison. Never seen no rich, never seen so many rich dudes in my life go to prison all the time. I thought we were supposed to get rich and make money to keep us from going to prison. These rap dudes to be the main ones got money and still going to prison.
And that's it. I ain't on no tough shit. I ain't on no gangster
Yeah,
shit.
you are.
I'm a father. I'm a businessman.
You're a father, you're a businessman, but you are trying to be on the tough stuff because this is what this is.
And I'm a leader. All right. So ultimately, if you got something to say about me or mine, then just come to me.
Okay, the only thing that you're leading is your family. And okay, what has he got? I don't know, 6 kids? What are three girls? What's the girl's name? Yeah, three, four boys, two, three girls, whatever, 7 kids. One out of seven is out here doing some silliness. So 6 out of 7 they doing pretty good and they ain't getting jacked up out here wilding out and whatever. So okay, fine. You leading your family, but you ain't a leader of nobody else. What? Because you think you know Warnock and Stacey Abrams and Democrats get you to stump for them and try to get votes for them, and the mayor of Atlanta, whatever his name is, I don't even know the dude's name. But anyway, the mayor of Atlanta, you out here doing promos for them, and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and all these people got you, out here trying to get votes for them and all. You think you some kind of leader of black people? Man, please. And calling for what do you call for that boycott of Gucci some years ago or whatever. And Floyd was like, "Man, I'm gonna do what I want to do. You ain't no leader of nobody." And then you got upset and want to make a diss record and all that kind of stuff. Okay, that's your arena making records. Get in his arena. You know what I mean? You Mr. Tough, get in his arena.
Come to me. Whatever you
Silly,
got to
man.
say about me and mine, just come to me. Just pull up on me. Say whatever you want to say. And if you walk away and don't nothing happen, you won.
I mean, look at this. I ain't on no tough stuff, but listen to the kind of stuff that you're saying.
You be the rawest motherfucker. And you can go and talk all your internet talk. Just come talk to me. And if don't nothing happen, you won.
I remember some years ago. I remember in the social media was all hype about it or whatever. He pulled up on uh Real Housewives of Atlanta. That girl, the lawyer that used to be Bobby Brown's lawyer back in the day. What is her name? What is her name? Gosh, I'd be forgetting people's names, man. Phaedra, whatever her last name is. Phaedra from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's married to a dude named Apollo, and Apollo. I don't know if he was involved in another case whenever he went back to prison or whatever for something, and he was kind of say, hey, he was on the same thing with Ti about they like kind of was saying he was snitching or whatever, and then Ti made this video. They had this video of him running up on Apollo and running up on Apollo. Kind of make him take that back or something to that effect. I can't remember the exact details. Um, that you know, he making him say something back, but I'm like, dude, how many dudes did it do? Yeah, here it goes right here. I'm gonna play this because yeah, I'm gonna play. Okay, I'm gonna play that, but I just got to cue that up. But I'm gonna play that. Just found the video, but he ain't on no tough stuff. But he can do stuff like that or whatever. But anyway, let me keep going.
You keep my motherfucking children's name out your motherfucking mouth. Stop. That's a suggestion. Okay? That is a suggestion, sir. Please. Stop. That ain't no real man shit. That
This
ain't no
ain't
real
either.
man shit, bro.
This ain't either.
Just stop.
Because you got on live to talk tough, but then you contacted the dudes behind the scenes. You should have just did that in the first place. This is just sometimes these people, man. I don't know. Okay, that was it. All right. So look, before I get to the next clip, let me play that Apollo or whatever Ti running up on Apollo and all that kind of stuff. Let me play that. Where's this thing at? All right, let's see. Chrome tab. Here we go. Let me play that here. All right. Wait a minute, did I do that right? Struggle streaming. Hold on. Hold on. I'll stop that. All right. Let's see. I don't know if I included the audio. That's why I'm going back. Okay. Let's see. I gotta do these more often. Here we go. The film Apollo, him running up on Apollo. Um, yeah, I ain't let people know I ain't snitching like you.
You're dumb as it's standard language in a federal plea agreement. Michael J. T.I.C. is the same language, different charge. What language though, people know? Ain't no cooperation. That's not what it said. That's not what it said, Tip. I got the paperwork. That's not what it said. You gotta listen to what I'm saying.
See now, there's somebody. Obviously, there's more than one. There's more than just Ti there because who's holding the camera? Ti thought he was slick as you gonna run up on Apollo because I'm like, clearly if I was Apollo and this dude just run up on me solo, man, get out of my face, little dude.
Yeah, but like federal
Yeah, see,
like
there's
he'll be under Prop 35. It was that like you, yeah, but he ain't used 35. No, but what I'm saying is the way you said this, it sounded like he used 35.
yeah, that sound like Killer Mike. I didn't never know that. That sound like Killer Mike though.
No, I'm understanding what you saying, but what I'm saying is, you don't know his case.
Yeah, that's
He
Killer
don't
Mike.
know your case. Right. But the way you say it, like everybody I knew in the Fed, make it seem like, yeah, that's
verified right now. Send it out there right now.
Okay, but look though, ain't nobody saying.
Hey, look, fine, but I'm just saying, but straighten it up, Jessica. Perception is reality.
Yeah,
you right.
Yo, that's Killer Mike. That's Killer Mike involved in that. I wouldn't, if I didn't go back and look at this, I wouldn't have known that that's Killer Mike. That's Killer Mike's voice. Let me go back.
Don't know your case, right? But the way you say it, like everybody I knew in the Fed, make it seem like, yeah, that's
verified right now. Send it out there right now.
Okay, but look though, ain't nobody saying.
Hey, look, fine, but I'm just saying, but straighten it up, Jessica. Perception is reality.
Yeah,
you right.
People, man.
Well, I ain't.
And then I don't know how many of them dudes was there around him, right? But that's Killer Mike, man. Let's see. This is why these dudes, man. Oh man, I don't know about some of these dudes, man. That was Killer Mike, man. I would have never, I wouldn't have caught that if I wouldn't have went back and looked at that. That was Killer Mike doing that. But anyway, now I'm gonna play Charleston White's response, well, first response to T.I. He had so many. I just chose a couple. He has so many responses to T.I. It ain't funny.
Fuck, nigga, you a nigga with a little bitty man syndrome just like me, nigga. Nigga, we really can get in that. We really can get in that ring for some money, nigga. Since you running your motherfucking mouth, nigga. Put a patch on y'all since you so motherfucking tough, nigga.
See, that dude is stupid. Okay, the dude said put a patch on his eye because something happened to one of his eyes, so he's, he can only see out. He only has one good eye. So the dude telling T.I. to put on a patch. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. Some of the crap he says is funny, but sometimes clearly it seems that the dude is off, and this is another one of those times. I'm sorry.
Put a patch on your motherfucking eye, Clifford Harris Jr., and I bet I kick you right off of your motherfucking ass, nigga. We can settle this nigga like two daddies. My boy get in the boy with your boy, and me and you get in the ring, and your woman and my woman fight. If you got some cousins, I got some cousins that can fight, nigga. We can make it with the White versus the Harris, like the Family Feud, and let Steve Harvey referee this motherfucker, nigga. Or me and you, nigga. Get in a motherfucking UFC fighting. Fuck boxing. Let's UFC it, Clifford. I bet I kick your motherfucking ass, nigga. 5'9" with the soul of a 6'4", nigga. Well, I got the soul of a 10-foot nigga. Yeah.
See, he sounds like he's on something, and this seems sometimes what he's saying seems for strictly for entertainment, and this is one of those times. It seems like this is strictly for entertainment purposes, and get in the ring, and maybe he said he didn't say boxing because there was the T.I. took some boxing lessons or whatever. He was learning how to box at some point. But anyway, and referee by Steve Harvey, and we can make some money from it. So all that's like entertainment. You know what I mean? And it is kind of a dangerous game to you thinking you playing a game, and then somebody else is, oh well, because of my reputation, I got to protect my rep and all this kind of stuff. I can't I can't seem weak to the people, so I have to do something to you when I see you. So it's kind of a dangerous game, because he seems as if he's playing a game at some points when he's talking. So
Nigga, fuck you talking about, nigga. I kick your motherfucking ass, little bitty Clifford. Nigga got me fucked.
the dude said little bitty Clifford. See, stuff like that stuff like that is funny to me because saying little bitty Clifford is a it reminds me of Clifford the Big Red Dog, but you saying little bitty Clifford. And I'm thinking the only Clifford I remember when my kids were little was Clifford the Big Red Dog. And so little bitty Clifford is hilarious to me.
Talking about here, nigga, please. Boy, I say, bring it. Say, set it up. Set it up. I bet I kick your ass, Clifford. I bet I kick your ass in front of your woman and your children, nigga. Set it up.
Now I'm playing this, and it's not to further the beef, and I don't want to seem like I'm instigating a beef between or anything like that, because I know lots of people make videos, and I'm gonna share some of the if you Google this Ti Charleston White, some of the clickbait headlines of some of the videos and some of that kind of stuff or whatever. Um, it's like to that people are relishing in the beef, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. My thing is, and I'll get to my final thoughts at the end, but just to preface it, it is, you know, how black men look out here, moving out here. You know, um, we saw the public embarrassment that um, Chris Rock, you know, experienced at the Oscars, and now just recently, again, two black two black men making a lot of money. One, millionaire, four-time Super Bowl. I mean, Super Bowl, four-time NBA champ, and then recently new NBA champion. Making a lot of money. I don't know if Jordan Poole's made millions of dollars yet. I don't know his contract situation. But now he's been embarrassed because of black men and emotion, can't control their emotions, and out here punching people and swinging on people because you having an emotional breakdown. you know um it is almost ironic that the damn crazy ass therapist was talking about you know black men's emotional intelligence, and then we see all this silliness. So is there a component to where black men need to um is there need for black men to uh, up their emotional intelligence and learn to check their emotions and so forth? Absolutely, and that's part of it, because, like I said, I'm going through all this. I'm going through these things because, again, look at how one father and son handled things. Like I said, from my knowledge, I hadn't been able to find any responses from Boosie or his son, but Ti and his son are all over the internet making videos threatening people. It's like, dude, I mean, come on, what? And he talking about I'm a leader. Like, no, black black people definitely never follow somebody like this. These people, man, absolutely, 100% no. Entertainers and celebrities are not leaders. They don't have the cognitive ability and skills to be leaders of people. And unfortunately, too many times black people hoist them up as martyrs. I saw a video where people just what's his name? Jay-Z, Kevin Hart, and Jason Tatum all came out of some building. And the way these people were throwing themselves at Jay-Z, I was like, they act like this dude is God, man. And then it'd be some of the first people to be like, we don't believe in no, what they call it, there's no sky daddy and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, well, damn, well, maybe you need to. So then that way you ain't worshiping men. Because I'm not gonna. I, there's no way I'm gonna put somebody on a pedestal who, for all intents and purposes, experience the same thing that I experience. He gets sleepy. He has to use the bathroom. He eventually he's gonna get old. His bones are gonna start hurting. I mean, and eventually they're all gonna die. And you put all this stock into worshiping people like that. It's crazy to me the way they were like throwing themselves at Jay-Z. Kevin Hart and of course Jason Tatum didn't get the same response from the people, but Jay-Z did. It's crazy.
No more talking. Don't make now another motherfucking video. Send the contract over to the lady you called and talked to, nigga. Send that motherfucking contract over. Let's.
Okay, so this dude talking about sending the contract. I don't quit playing this because, like I said, he just seems off his meds or something at this point, allegedly, right? Um, but he talking about the lady that he called, and I'm gonna play that next. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut this one off and play that. But like I said, Ti got in touch with the dude, and oh wait a minute, actually, Nah, I don't even. I'm gonna play a portion of it. Let me take this one down.
I found
While
that
I'm
bitch
talking, let
ass.
me
You
play a portion of this one. So this is more of a, that one seemed like that was for joke and show response to Ti. This one seems more like, okay, I'm serious. I'm serious. I really want the smoke, and he was saying things. How long is this thing? Yes, and I'm not gonna play all of this, but anyway, I'm gonna play some of this.
with T.I. bitch ass. Yeah, just got off phone with that bitch ass. You can't take what I took, nigga, then fuck you. Crash it.
Okay, so now this is where he was talking about. So in the earlier one, he said about the lady that Ti called. Now then, this one is after the phone call that he got from Ti, and I found of him playing a portion of the call with Ti. It's gonna be released on Say Cheese. He was doing an interview with Say Cheese, so I'm pretty sure he will probably play the audio of that call between himself and Ti.
Yeah, send somebody to crash out, bitch ass nigga. Who would, nigga? You ain't no comedian. Okay, if I ain't no comedian, nigga, handle it like I ain't no comedian then, bitch ass nigga. Yeah, yeah. Deal with me like I ain't no comedian. If I ain't no comedian, yeah, that's what I told T.I. bitch ass nigga. Yeah, nigga. You ain't dictating nothing. Not this conversation, nigga. I'm the big dog talking, nigga. You the one trying to get understanding, right, daddy? Well, guess what, bitch ass nigga? I ain't trying to get now nor give a nigga one. So fuck you and your pussy, tip. That's exactly what I just told a nigga on the phone. Now get on there and tell him that, nigga.
And see, now maybe I wouldn't, like I said again, I probably wouldn't have brought this to the internet, but that's similar what I, would have basically said, dude, you want the understanding. I ain't trying to give it to you. I don't owe you no understanding. For you to get some straight, like you running me or you running something. And so I can feel him, but here again, it's coming to the internet. And like I said, for dudes who are on the street, I just don't understand why so many street dudes love to get on the internet and talk. I guess you know, maybe I do understand it. I always say that. Maybe I don't understand, but I do understand. Understand this. So it's like this. So back in high school, dudes got reps first. First of all, your reputation grew in your neighborhood or your high school. Like, that's like local, right? And then if your rep got big enough, your rep preceded you if you went to other neighborhoods or you went to other schools or so then, kind of citywide is like, okay, well, I know, this dude gotta, we don't want to mess with that dude. That dude is a bad dude. That dude, or we don't want to mess with them guys. We don't want to mess with that crew over there because that crew over there, man, they ain't no joke. So your reputation spread. Here, these cats have the internet. So world now instead of just being in your city, your state, the United States, their reputation can precede them across the world. That's why these dudes get on here, and it's that having a bad rep, and it is a obviously it's an ego thing, but it's like a drug. Now everybody know how bad I am. Not just people in my city, not just people in my state, but everybody across the whole United States know I'm bad. Now everybody across the world know I'm bad because I ain't to be played with. That's what this is. That's why these dudes get on the internet and say all this stuff, and I can't be made to look like a punk. To where again, if everybody's so beneath you, Ti, Charleston White is beneath you. Obviously, anybody else who don't even have the celebrity that Charleston White has, or the money that you have, or he even has. I don't know how much money this dude got, but um, they're all beneath. You shouldn't be addressing this. You know, and I'll say this one thing about what he claims to no. Jay-Z and so forth. And I'll say this about Jay-Z. You know, when people say something about that dude, he doesn't get on live and say all this kind of silly stuff because that's for like peasants. He doesn't do that, and I'll give him at least that much credit. You know, does he you know will he make a rap about it? You know, of course he'll address certain things in a rap verse, which he's a rapper, so that's where he should address it, not on live and saying some silliness on live and all that kind of stuff and reacting emotionally and all that kind of silliness. So I will at least give him that much credit to where at least he does that and he stays off the internet, you know, making a fool out of himself because he truly acts he truly acts like you know he has a king's mentality um because you know what is the guy Tywin Lannister said what do you say the lion doesn't the lion doesn't bother with the opinions of sheep. Something to that effect. Tywin Lannister said from the Game of Thrones. He said something to that effect, and that's the way that's the way these guys should be rolling.
Get on there and tell them that, nigga.
Ti anyway.
I ain't scared of now one of you rap niggas think you're tough. Send somebody to crash out. I already got reports on you. You ain't got no family members or nobody that'll crash out. And you ain't never won a fight, nigga. Fuck you talking about. Nigga, I done already pulled your resume, Clifford. And whoever that nigga was you had on the phone trying to tell me I ain't no comedian, bitch ass nigga, I get paid $10,000 for a set, nigga. Now, can you buy that? Yeah, I might be the police. And guess what? They asked me, man, you gonna put Tipsta in jail? I said, nah, I ain't gonna get him. I ain't gonna get him. When I stepped to his bitch ass daddy, he ain't have all that tough shit in his voice. Nigga, you ain't no millionaire nigga ready to crash out and go to no motherfucking me 23-hour lockdown, nigga. Taking that motherfucking COVID vaccination shot in prison or in jail, nigga. Stop talking tough trying to sell that shit to the people, nigga. You a straight up pussy, nigga.
Now, see, like that, and yeah, why if I'm a millionaire? This is the same thing. This is the same kind of silly energy that got Tupac killed too, by the way. If I'm a millionaire, why am I worried and sitting up here talking about I do all my time? I'm not trying to have that energy. You- I want to live my life as free as possible, enjoying the money that I've earned and made all my life, and see my kids come up. You know, he got a little daughter. I want to see them get married. I want to see them have kids. I want to have grandkids and play with the grandkids. That's what I'm on. I ain't on this. Well, I'll do all my time. I want to go to jail. I'll go to jail about something. What? No, I ain't. Jail. Me going to jail ain't in my vocabulary. You know, and that's the same thing I was saying about. Matter of fact, I'm gonna redo that video because, like I said, I was harsh on Kevin Samuels, and it just don't seem right now that he died before I could finish editing the video. Now it's like, yeah, because I was going off on a similar to this. Because like, don't you know, don't talk about you don't beef. Don't talk about you don't beef, and then you know you saying you're gonna see somebody. When you see somebody, you're gonna smack them up and this, that, and the third, and you making millions of dollars, and you publicly saying I don't beef, but privately you saying you know you're gonna smack somebody up if you see them, and then you see them and you don't smack them up. Like, don't do that. Why even say I'm not even on that energy? I'm not even. I ain't making the kind of money that they making, and I'm not gonna sit up here and say, "Yo, if I see this dude, I'm gonna smack him up." I am not on that energy at all. I don't want nobody to bring that type of energy towards me at zero, because I don't want to have to do something to somebody. I will if I have to, but I don't want to. I don't want nobody to bring that. I don't want no kind of energy like that coming towards me. So I ain't even gonna put that out there to say, "Hey, if somebody do something, I'm gonna do that." No, what I'm gonna say is, "Hey, look, I want to see my kids get married. I want to see my kids have kids and be granddad, and me spoil them kids and send them back home spoiled." That's what I'm. That's the energy I'm trying to put out, and that's what Ti should be putting out. And I know I'm a no, hell no, I ain't. And I got millions of dollars. Please, come on now. I'm not. I'm not addressing this kind of silliness. And I got million. I got it. I got Ti money, dude. Yeah, here, peep out of me, man. I'll be somewhere. Please, yeah, he doing stuff for the community, and of course, those kinds of things are great. But I'm not putting no energy out there about me going to jail. That ain't in my vocabulary. That I wouldn't even use that sentence.
When your homeboy Phil got killed, nigga, your bitch ass got on the stand, nigga, went to buying gun. Oh, I was buying gun because I was scared. Nigga, I got them same goddamn guns, nigga. And I ain't buy them because I was scared. I buy them because I like them and I can legally buy them and carry them, nigga. I don't give a fuck about you, whoever that bitch ass nigga you had on the phone with you, or your little ugly ass 18-year-old grown ass son. He ain't no motherfucking kid, nigga. Dope fiend ass boy. That's a grown ass 18-year-old boy that'll get a life sentence or a death sentence, nigga. Fuck you talking about. He ain't no motherfucking kid. Fuck you talking about. That motherfucker sent a threat to me. And you should be talking to that little stupid bitch, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. And fuck how whoever feel about what I'm saying, nigga. Come throw your life away about it, nigga. Cause I'm gonna get rich off of it. They gonna wanna have interviews, nigga. You goddamn right I got a motherfucking phone conversation with T.I. talking about, nigga, you a nigga, please. All them motherfucking accusations of way you drug little girls, nigga. You trying to call me a predator, nigga. And you got over 13, 14 girls, teenage girls, say you sticking your foot in they pussy. You sick-minded ass rapping, nigga.
Okay, let me stop right there. So see, and that's another thing why Ti should just not say anything. Like, dude, your paperwork is bad out here. That's shaky. A lot of the stuff that was being said about you and Tiny, yo, that's some suspect stuff, bro. It would just be best just to, like, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just gonna mind my business. And because, like, again, when that girl when that the girl was making the video, or making jokes about it, then you got upset. So you should be the last one out here just getting into everything and being on everything. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this. Let me go ahead and keep
Top,
going.
I'm on fire. Say
So this is him before the Say Cheese interview, um, and he's gonna play a portion of that call with Ti.
I done took over the internet. I'm talking about, say, man. Yeah. I got T.I. and them mad and talking. Man, yeah, man. Son say he'll kick my ass. Say, I'll kick your old ass. Then he said he'll jump me. Boy, what type of young niggas jump old niggas? Yeah, what type of, yeah. Then when I get on the phone, y'all wanna, hold on, let me see if I can find the voice recording. I got the voice recording of me and T.I. on the phone. I'm gonna send it to somebody. I got the voice recording.
To somebody. See, his goal is to make some money off this, and Ti. My God, if you know the dude's moves, then why you fall for it? Because he said, yeah, this is how you get your clout. This is how you make your money. Well, then why you fall for? Why you helping him then? The best thing the best way to hurt him would have been, I'm not gonna help him eat. If you want to hurt him, you're giving him material. The dude he's made so many damn videos. Like I said, I can't even play them all. I can't even play the ones that I chose. I'm like, yo, I'm not playing all. He's got so many.
I got I got the voice recording of me and T.I. personal phone conversation. Kanye West is releasing him and Diddy's secret text messages. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. What's up, buddy? Shit, we waiting on you, Jay.
Okay, wait a minute. Where's the part? Let me get to it. Skip to it.
KP in the box. KP.
This dude is crazy.
Yeah, starting out at 10,000. That's just the first video. Second video with me, him, and KP on it. The nigga he be rapping about. Me and KP in the trap with KP in the box. KP. Me with him and me and him on it. And I'm on there and they trying to tell me how it's gonna go. And I'm showing them how it's fits to go. Yeah, they telling me how it's about to go, how it's go, and I'm telling them it's going like how I'm saying it's going. You want to understanding? Okay, nigga. Here's the understanding. Ain't no understanding. I don't give a damn about getting no understanding about nothing. And I ain't giving a damn about helping no nigga to get down. We come, see, they say you can't talk about kids. They say kids is off limit. They say if you bring home a ugly, big girl, long head baby, and that baby got them ears that hang down here, you can't look at that baby and say, what's wrong with that motherfucker? Man, what kind of baby you done had, nigga? Boy, why that baby ear so low? You been drinking? Why that girl drinking with that baby? You can't say this baby ugly. They say you can't say that. So yeah, man, nah, it's a whole bunch of niggas got some nicknames because they look like something when they were born. Yeah, ain't bullshit. There's a whole bunch of people in life.
Man, this y'all interview gonna be down to about 2 hours long.
Yeah. I got to call that Dixie house and tell them hold them motherfuckers for me.
Yeah, and I gotta what's on. Then I gotta burn like you know. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't need another iPhone. You might get another iPhone, cause I gotta leave in like 3.
See, they say they trying to gain understanding. Listen.
Oh, listen, man. You mean to tell me can't nobody crack no jokes on you, your daughter, your son, or your wife? You ready to crash out? Nigga, you a celebrity. Now, I ain't no celebrity here. So, in our world, all celebrities is fair game, right? Nigga, you a celebrity. Hold on, you asking me a question.
I'm getting it straight. You asked me a question, boy. He tried to cut me off. No. You asked me a question, did you? So didn't you ask for an understanding? Well, let's get an understanding. Cause goddamn it, I don't need no understanding. You the nigga need understanding, daddy. Yeah. No. I don't need that. Matter of fact, at this point, I don't give a fuck about the understanding or helping no nigga get no understanding. At this point, fuck you. Oh, it gets crazy, y'all. Oh, who wanna buy it?
See, this is where I'm like, this dude is, this is his part of his shtick. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you must be a retarded motherfucker. Adolescence is from
Oh yeah.
To my age.
Yeah, here we go. I'm sorry. I knew it was still a part where T.I. was actually talking, so I'm sorry about
who wanna buy? They done let me trick they motherfucking ass to get in this spotlight to be up here with these motherfucking celebrity folk. Oh, they should.
See, he said it there. He said they don't let me trick them. He admitted it. And that's what I was saying. I was like, why is T.I. responding? He should have been like Boosie. I ain't seen Boosie respond. And y'all know Boosie talk. He ain't respond. Or at least I ain't seen it. He said just as much about Boosie's son as T.I. said about that he said about T.I.'s son. But I ain't see Boosie respond. And Boosie talk. Y'all y'all know Boosie. He ain't shy to let his opinion out. But he moving like he's supposed to move. If he gonna do something to Charleston White, he ain't on here broadcasting it. He ain't saying it. And I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying if that's what he gonna do, he ain't broadcasting it. Or he just simply ignoring the dude because it don't matter what he say. He ain't stopping Boosie money. All right, but let me hear what Ti gonna say here.
Level nigga like me in. Listen to this here.
What's going on, Mr. Foster? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
This is my manager.
Man, I'm doing fine. I'm just a little perplexed as to how, a grown man is probably closer to my age than to my son, why he's putting an adolescent's name in his mouth.
Nigga, you must be a retarded motherfucker. Adolescence is from 13 to 15, 13 to 17.
Hell, 12. Hell, it even adolescence you can start at around 10 when you start getting pubic hair. 10, 9, 10. Girls get their menses and so forth. 9, 10 on up to 13, 14. He ain't no adolescent. I mean, Ti trying to baby this dude and try. Yeah, he moving like how women move. In a lot of ways, Ti is doing because you don't you don't transform him into a baby. I remember when all the women had all this smoke for Kevin Samuels when the Average at Best video came out. That original woman whatever her name, I can't even think of her name. Like I said, I'm bad with names, man. Whatever that original girl, the average at best chick, whatever her name was, the pet store owner. They were like, this young girl. They kept calling her a young girl, and she was 35. So to make Kevin Samuels seem that much worse, you you tried to babyfy or make the a grown woman seem like a kid, so it makes him look that much worse. Now he looks like an ogre for attacking a young girl, and they do that on the internet a lot too. 18 18 and up is fine. They should have the rights and the privileges, and it's okay for them to make the choice to you know do OnlyFans or you know have 100 bodies and have sex with 100 dudes at 18. But you know a 23-year-old dating a 29-year-old. The man is 29 and the girl is 23. Oh, you're being a pedophile. And a pedophile has a definition, and it ain't a 23-year-old. Someone messing with a 23-year-old who's an adult, legally able to drink alcohol, do anything in the United States. 21, you're legal to do anything in the United States. And a 29-year-old man is somehow, a pedophile for dating a 23-year-old. So they do this all the time. So that women do that. That's mostly a woman thing. There's always a few simps and um you know, LGBT dudes in there that subscribe to that same philosophy. But Ti is doing that with his son. All of a sudden now he started. His son was beginning adulthood. Now he a child. Now he an adolescent. It's like, dude.
Once that long hair motherfucker goes putting his weed mouth on him, lips on them goddamn weed and toting guns, he's no longer an adolescent. He's a goddamn criminal. He's an adult criminal that his ass go to jail at 18 years old. Boy, don't you know it's an 18-year-old that can cock and load a goddamn gun?
Hell, younger than that. But anyway, he's right. Ti caught his son smoking weed on a family trip or something. Doing research for this video, I was like, I'm finding all kinds of silliness about this dude. I'm like, I didn't know this dude was getting in trouble for that long or whatever. But anyway, I don't think there's anything else on the screen.
That'll shoot a motherfucking blow up.
Wait a minute.
Getting candy from a baby. I thought these niggas was intelligent. I thought these entertainers, rappers was smart. I thought they know to leave me the fuck alone. I thought they would know by now, Dewberry.
Right, how are
Let
you?
me see if there's another part.
Right, how are you?
Man, I'm doing fine. I'm just a little perplexed as to how, a grown man is probably closer to my age than to my son. Why he's putting an adolescent's name in his mouth instead of coming to speak to me. If there was any objection to any behavior, anything my son did, I'm a father, and I'm an involved father. I'm a present father. I can deal with my son.
We don't want to hear that shit, nigga. Fuck you talking about. Yo, we don't want to hear that shit. Kick his ass. Yeah, kick his goddamn ass if you so involved. If you an involved father and the present father and King is behaving and going on with these kind of actions and inactions and traits and characteristics of a delinquent, criminal-minded boy, then you are fucking up and you and failing as a father, Tipsta.
And he's 100% correct. If you involved in all this kind of stuff, like you said, he's absolutely 100% following in your footsteps. That's what you've shown him. It ain't what you might have told him, but that's what you've shown him by going to prison, getting out here acting tough. You're trying to run up on Floyd and telling Floyd this and that and the third. You're running up on this person, this, that, and the third. That's what he's seen his whole life. You doing stuff like this. And that's why he acting the way he acting if you so involved. I'm gonna play Ti talking to King about this whole situation.
Putting out that energy. Putting out that energy. You put out that sucker energy, and that mother sucker took the bait.
Now you took the bait. Hold on, let me see.
It don't always come the way you think it's coming. It don't always come the way you think it's coming. It's coming an adversarial obstacle.
sometimes this dude try to use big words and it just sounds ridiculous. Sometimes they don't even fit what he's saying, and it would just speak plainly sometimes. Adversarial in oh god, dude.
And did what I be telling you. This what I
And then he come back, did what I be telling you. But you try to use big words. Make up your mind, bro. Come on, man. You're smarter than that.
be telling you about. Do you see it now?
I mean,
Can you see it now? Is all I want to know.
shoot, bro.
No, the answer is no. He still don't see it, dude. Just cut him off. If that was my son and I asked it, I'm gonna ask you the question one time. If he don't answer, I'm like, no, it's clear that you don't. Like, what? There ain't. I am not talking to you. You don't see it, and then it's disrespectful too because he looking for cups. You trying to teach. Well, this is for show, obviously, because it's recorded. Anything that's recorded is for show. You ain't sincere to me, in my opinion. Um, so he's doing all kinds of. You're talking to him, and he's trying to get cups. He drinking, look like he lighting something to smoke. I'm like, nah, I don't care. You said he's such a child and adolescent. No, you sit straight when I'm talking to you, and you pay attention. You ain't drinking, you ain't smoking. This kind of some of the stuff that probably got you in the situation that you in. In my presence, I don't care. I don't care if your mama cooked and she talking about the food ready and y'all come eat or whatever. No, if I'm talking to you, you won't move. This dude doing all kinds of stuff, and clearly he ain't understanding. Clearly he ain't learned nothing.
I'm good.
No, you ain't good. You ain't. That ain't the question that he asked you.
I really.
Look at this. He
But do
don't know
you
what
see
he's talking
what I be trying to prevent? When I be telling you how
now, instead of letting him answer, see, because Tip like to talk, instead of letting his son answer the question, he cuts him off and then starts talking.
you know,
In situations like this, and especially in a situation like this, if you already told him, then I'm just asking questions at this point, and you doing the talking, you answering me. I'm not gonna be doing another lecture because by this point you should have already trained him up the way he's supposed to be. So now it's just you answer my questions, and you better come up with the right answer. It ain't none of this. I'm just gonna keep talking to you.
when I be telling you, man, the energy that you put out is the energy that you will receive. Do you see now what I be trying to tell you?
We ain't got no cups.
See, look at that. Look at that. Uh, look. This dude getting disrespected in front of his face. This ain't helped Ti case as a father. I mean, like I said, hey, he's provided a better living in terms of financial living for his children than I have. No, can't knock him for that because that's what we're supposed to do, right? Can't knock him for that. But he asked his son a question, and his son said, "We ain't even got no cups." Disrespect right in front of your face, dude, and you don't even recognize it. And you recording this as if it makes you as if this is all well and good.
I can see it. I can see it. I can see it a little bit.
See, I can
I'm
see
gonna
it a
tell you
little bit.
something, man.
Here got more
That
talking.
monkey you got on your back is just a result of when everything ain't worked. That's last resort, desperation. That's like, they're like a drowning in the middle of the ocean, man, reaching out, grabbing for whatever they can hold on to. And that comes from not listening. Somebody tried to tell them something early on in life. They didn't listen. And now this is what they stuck with. Best thing they can do is latch on to a young like you, putting out them vibes. That's the best thing they can do, bro. Latch on to a young like you. These goddamn putting out all that stuff energy. Let me connect to that. Got you. Now here you is in this web. Don't
I
end
mean,
up like
look at
that.
this dude. Well, I guess he's
Man.
smoking some weed or something. You know, it's so much to say. Okay. I don't know. They kind of got it blurred out. Now I couldn't find this video anywhere else. But obviously, if this whoever this is got the video, somebody else got it. And if it is a thing of it is, some illegal substance, um, could it potentially be used against Ti? Eh, contributing to the delinquency of a minor? Eh, they ain't even smart enough to recognize you don't record everything, man. Damn. Eh, what happened to the old school? He's supposed to be from the old school. He's supposed to be he's supposed to be street smart. What happened? I don't know, man. I don't get it. I just don't get it at this point. Y- You I don't even understand at this point, man. Let's keep going here. I mean, sheesh.
That's a cautionary tale.
Look at
Can't end up like that.
I could
look at this
never
dude.
be that.
Man.
Got his back turned to him.
Go wrong, man. Enough go wrong in life, man. Trying to tell you, man. Trying to tell you, bro. You think that you want to be in life, man?
Sheesh.
Absolutely not. Everything I tell you is just so to make sure you don't end up like that, yeah, man. That's it. And make sure ain't nobody following you.
Oh God.
Following behind no more like that, bro.
Let me skip it. All right, let me see what else this dude is talking about.
Shake that thing out.
Can't you? I bet you. He'll hold on tight. This is a spider monkey. This is.
Okay, you talking about he got
Ain't
the
got
monkey
nothing
on his
to
back.
Ride your coattail, sir.
Man.
You got a monkey on your back. How you gonna get the monkey off your back?
Shake that thing out.
Can't you?
Shake that thing off.
He'll hold on tight. This is a spider monkey. This is.
Idiot answer.
Hey, this is a little retarded little spider monkey. Got rabies. That's a foaming at your mouth. Hey man, listen, bro. You just gotta put out better energy. You gotta radiate better energy, man. Just cast your vibrations higher, bro. That's how you do it. Can't breathe in the air up there. You gotta elevate, man. You gotta lift up, man. Once you lift up, can't breathe up there. They got to fall off.
All right, forget that. I don't know what else that dude is talking about. I can't even watch anymore. It's just nuts at that point. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, everything just don't need to be recorded, man. You know, everything shouldn't be recorded. I saw this other video, this other interview with, like I said, Charleston White is all over the place, man. He's riding this till the wheels fall off, and again, and I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep saying I'm gonna give credit what credit is due. Boosie ain't giving him that energy because if Boosie would have chimed in, he'd get another 100 miles from this. So if the point is to keep him from eating, I'm not addressing this. But let me check this out. This is on some I don't know this show Marco, somebody named Marco's show or something. But he's trying to ask Charleston White some questions and just here I'll react to it here.
Yeah, yeah,
It look
yeah.
like
You know, pretty high out though down in that drawer.
are you in the nursing home?
No, 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 no. I'm in my big pretty house.
So what's wrong? Like, what we gotta do just to just let you, like, we just get off the internet. We just gotta pay. How much money we gotta pay you?
At least 10 million.
Oh, okay, now shut him up real quick. How much money we got to pay you to get off the internet? Why does he got to get off the internet?
Yeah, at least 10
I feel
years.
like we gotta get you off the streets. Like you causing a lot of shit.
Why y'all don't want to get the killers and the gangbangers off the streets?
Perfect question. Perfect question. See, this is where I'm talking about where Charleston White is coherent and then he asks real pertinent questions that dudes like him ain't got no answer for because they're not smart.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, we starting off with you right now.
See, you totally deflected. Get the killers and the gangbangers off the street. Why ain't you doing that?
Nah, I'm starting off with the killers, the gangbangers, and the rappers. I think the mothers would much rather me stay and the killers and the rappers go.
So how you fill out an application for the NYPD, the FBI?
I'm working for free. I'm a real life superhero.
Right. See, the dude got jokes when he. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm a real life superhero.
Okay. So look, we gonna go. You know AT&T. Look, we gonna go to AT&T. We gonna get you an iPhone. We gonna do that, right? We gonna start off with that.
I can buy 50 iPhones.
I didn't say you was broke. We didn't say you was broke. We not.
But now, man, listen. I'm representing the poor nigga. I'm representing the poor nigga. All them iPhone niggas, nigga, please. If they go broke, they can't stay nowhere for free. iPhone niggas ain't hell of a niggas in the community. Android niggas is the niggas that's kicking niggas ass in the neighborhood. Android niggas is the niggas that's fucking all the hoes in the warehouse with the benefits on the job. iPhone niggas is weak niggas. Yeah, iPhone niggas can be tracked by their women. Their locations can be shared. They got a phone listening to them. I don't never want to be no iPhone nigga.
All cell phones got that, bro. As if Google is not plugged into the Android operating system, but nonetheless.
So what we got? So like New Year's, do we got like a plan? We just got to like, if you want, we can. You can head over to Facebook too. You can get off Instagram and head over to Facebook.
Listen, I'm one of them niggas got to be killed.
No.
Nigga like me just don't go away.
No, listen. I'm just saying, just go over to Facebook because over
niggas like me just don't go away. You got to listen. Niggas like me got to be killed, or we grow
over to the citizens, like over on Facebook.
Listen, nigga, I'm so bad. I got T.I. online talking. I'm the bad. I done come up out the ghetto. Got T.I. I got celebrities responding to me, and I'm not even a celebrity.
You see, that was his whole point. And when you're not smart enough to recognize it, you play into, or you just react emotionally, and that's the whole point of why I'm making this video. I just want to take people through all the stuff that's going on. And T.I. said he saw the game and he saw it, and you still reacted. So what does that make you? And he's telling you, this dude is he got and he get it. He's been doing it. He's getting into it with celebrity after celebrity after celebrity. He keeps getting into it with celebrity, this one, that one. I can't even name them all that he's said something about again. And I don't even fault him. I actually uh, 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 made a video about him in it after the death of Kevin Samuels because he immediately, out of emotion, he reacted to what people were saying about Kevin Samuels and started having a lot to say about Kevin Samuels, and didn't even see the dude's videos. Then when he went back and watched the videos, he was man enough to apologize and all this kind of stuff or whatever. And 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 then obviously when he died, he had some things to say about Kevin Samuels, some positive things to say about Kevin Samuels, and and again, and I said, hey, I don't condone all of the other stuff that he may do, but in this particular instance, he was right because he was a look. I'm going at this man, and the man ain't saying nothing wrong because he didn't listen. He reacted emotionally. And this is and I'm talking about Charleston White again. For if you just came into the room, Charleston White had, went back and forth with Kevin Samuel saying all kinds of stuff. And it's good on Kevin's that he didn't respond publicly because then he would have got a mile out of that or whatever. Charleston White went back and took a look at his videos, said, "Hey man, this dude is telling the truth." Apologized, said good things or positive things about him when he died.
Nobody's been able to do this.
Did-
No, so why would I quit now? Nigga got the fucking top. Nigga got the King Von me. No, nigga got the King Von me, man.
And see, now that type of silly energy you shouldn't be on. Yeah, you got to kill. Come on, dog.
Oh,
You can't even enjoy. You can't even enjoy the money or whatever that you're making. Like, why? That's silly.
Nigga, I'm having too much goddamn fun. Nigga, hell, you think I'm gonna stop now? Man, nigga got the Nipsey hustle me, baby. Hell no, fuck no. Or I'm gonna DMX myself.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm gonna DMX myself.
See, like some of that stuff.
Yeah. God damn it, but hey, I'm not stopping. And can't nobody, I can't be stopped.
Look at this dude. Dude has no clue of what to say about this. No reasonable response to what he's saying.
Yeah, only way I stop if the casket drop.
Look, you still got time. Look, we gonna make you a Facebook account.
Only way I stop if the casket drop.
Listen. But look, that's what look. You gotta pick on people around your age though. That's what I'm saying. You listen.
What is this dude talking about, man? So many brothers. So many brothers have the minds of women. They're just in male bodies. You gotta respond to somebody around your age. What says that? Who says that?
Listen, my analytical data says 18 to 65 plus. So what that is from 18 to 65 plus. What the fuck they doing in my analytics? I'm not sending no invites. I don't send out invites.
Do we gotta get you some pussy? Like, what kind of pussy you want? Just to get you off the internet.
I mean, listen to this dude. Listen to this idiot's response. I don't know who this idiot is. Get him some sex to get him off the internet, as if he can't get that on his own. He's somebody with some. He says he's not a celebrity, but enough people know him on the internet and so forth. He's gone viral enough because he's attached. He's been attached to celebrities, as he's saying, that people know who he is. So he can do that. This dude is, and then this dude is probably one of the first people to be like, you know, uh, treat women great, but you act like, oh, you could just shovel it out like you handing out candy. Oh, let me get you some sex. Like any old girl just hanging around is just like you a pimp or something. Like these, and I'm like I said, I'm playing this because our community just thrives on the nigga ish. I mean, it really does. I mean, that's what drives art. I may have to go back and revisit that video that I did about black culture being trash, because this part of it is trash, and I think I might have even said that in that video. But I be thinking about it, I'm like, I know the whole black culture because it contains the music and the entertainment and the clothing, the food, and some aspects of the culture is our culture is trash, and hip hop ain't the culture. It's just part of the culture, and a part of the hip hop culture, or a lot of it, is trash.
Who you want? Can we get you a girl?
I want to die. I want to die martyr.
Now listen, what girl do you want?
Still on this
my
girl
medical
thing.
records say I'm homicidal.
Everybody don't worship women like you do. That's why he ain't moved by it. That's why you saying get him a girl. He ain't moved. He's not phased by that. He ain't even stopped talking. He ain't even stopped talking long enough for you to even make your point about the girl, because everybody ain't motivated by women.
And suicidal by ideation and preparation. That's what my medical records say.
What Instagram
I want to die martyr.
What Instagram model do you want?
I want T.I. son in jail.
Like you got enough juice to just pull any Instagram model. I don't know who this dude. I need to research and see who this dude is.
That fuck.
Now that I'm playing all of the video, because I just saw it and I was like, okay, well, let me get it on here. Clearly, he's wearing the same stuff that he was wearing in some of the other response videos, so that's why I grabbed it. But I didn't listen to this whole thing, and I probably ain't gonna listen to it all now. But I need to go back and find out who this dude is.
Some pussy. You nigga, I come 30 days straight. I'm walking around say, you know I'm the nigga put T.I. son in jail. Yeah, I'm the nigga got T.I. son in jail.
Yeah,
And
look,
Boosie boy one too. No. Fuck some pussy. I want to put rappers in jail. There's nothing more pleasurable than walking around with a heart on, knowing you the nigga got rapping niggas scared to mention your name.
Look, but listen, we just want you.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, let me stop. Oh my God, this dude, there's something wrong with this dude, man. I'm sorry. This guy. Oh man, I don't know if I don't believe he's telling the truth about being a comedian and doing actual comedy shows. I don't necessarily believe that is true, but he does get off some funny stuff every now and again, and that was funny. I'm sorry. Yo, there's something wrong with that dude, I'm telling you. And this guy is just dumbfounded. I don't even know why he's talking to him because it, he clearly ain't the smartest one on the screen out of the two. That says a lot, man. And not saying that Charleston White is dumb or anything, but he just seems, uh, again, like I said, and this is alleged, it just seems like he's off his meds sometimes. But he gets in some funny stuff every now and again because that was funny.
Walk away from the rap community. Can you go beef with the soccer players or something? Go
If they change their lyrics.
Oh, see, okay, exactly, dude. Soccer players ain't running around here talking about how tough they are. They playing soccer, idiot. Damn. Why am I listening to this dude? Because stuff like this stuff like this triggers me. To have black men, and he'll run out here and get somebody pregnant if he ain't already had, and he raising some kids somewhere. And this is the kind of, you know, you have to get a license to fish, carry a gun, to drive a car. But they let any idiot be a father. Damn. This dude said, why you ain't going at the soccer players, man? Idiot, because soccer players ain't out here talking about how tough they hoods are. They ain't talking about how tough they are and how much dope they sold and all this, that, and the third. About everything that most of the stuff that they talk about is how they harm the community. And you talking about why he ain't going at the soccer players. And then he's serious too.
If I get every rapper that's rapping right now to write a Dear Mama song, I'll quit.
No, listen.
As long as they
Why you not
they got to change. No, they got to write a Dear Mama song.
Why you not fucking with the Isley brothers? Fuck with them.
Stupid. This dude is an idiot. The Isley brothers. Yeah, I understand that Ron Isley is, using the N word and all this kind of stuff and talking about how much dope and money he got or some silliness I saw. And I was like, I can't even go. Like, why are you 70, 80-year-old man talking about N word this and N word that? Like, dude, why are you going out like that, man?
Ain't nobody ever done a drive-by and killed now nigga listening to the Isley brother. Ain't now nigga came home and kicked this bitch in our ass listening to Isley brother.
Dude, you're such an idiot. He's debunking everything that you're saying so easily because you haven't developed past damn middle school. Your brain hasn't developed past middle school, man. It's elementary stuff that you're talking here.
Bitch got her ass whooped from listening to Pimp C. So now, I'm attacking rappers. They done had free reign to destroy the community. Why y'all ain't got no problem with these niggas? When them niggas was talking about smoking Tuka.
I'm old. I don't know what
one
that
of you
is.
niggas had a goddamn thing to say. So
Yo, if anybody know what smoking Tuka is, yo, put that Put that in the comments, man, because I'm old. I don't know what the hell he be talking. Some of the stuff that these people say, I'm like, yo, I don't have a clue of what the hell they be talking about. Some of this stuff don't even be on. You can't even Google some of this stuff. I'm like, yo, okay, I'll just be lost. I remember I saw a video of LeBron James Jr., Bronny James or whatever, and Bryce James. They were all out shooting with LeBron James, and then Bronny said something about I can't even remember the comment because I'm old. I'm older than LeBron, so I don't even know. He said something, and then him and Bryce started laughing, and LeBron was like, "Yo, what's that mean?" And then they were like, "If you know, you know," and they just kept laughing, and they never told him what it meant. And the video got that. I was like, "Damn, I'd have been like LeBron James. 'Cause I don't know what the hell they talking about." You know what I mean? I'm like, some damn, some of this stuff, I don't know what the hell these dudes be talking about.
Fuck them niggas. I'm gonna eat their ass alive. And I got them crying and hollering. I got their kids crying and hollering. You goddamn right. I'm gonna eat them niggas ass a new asshole.
We gotta figure this
And
out.
I'm willing to die behind it. I wanna die a martyr.
Listen. Okay, listen.
I'm gonna be bigger than Nipsey Hussle when they kill me.
Listen. But I'm saying, you can't fuck with people peace. Like, just let them live what they got.
They fuck with people peace when they come down the neighborhood with them loud ass speakers. Boom, 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 boom. Shaking the goddamn wall.
Look at this dude. He has no comeback. Everything, everything he says, Charleston White has a comeback, and he's over there looking silly.
And shit. They rap. Who can disturb more peace than a rapping loud mouth motherfucker? They say, don't get in there.
Come on, even dude had to laugh at that. You know he right, man.
Neighborhood. They sit on the stairs. They see the woman coming up the stairs with the bags. They don't even get out the way. Who disturb more niggas than the niggas at the stores? You getting out to go get you some goddamn cigarettes, and it's a nigga sitting right there hollering, talking about, I got that gas, school. Nigga,
Dude, know he has to
I
laugh,
don't
man.
want to buy no weed from you.
And Charleston White is 100% right. Yo, that that bothers me so much. And this dude talking. Well, let me let it
I
play.
don't call the police on you, little ass, trying to solicit me to buy some weed from you. I'm just trying to go in the store to get something to drink, nigga. Fucking with me about what drugs you got on you. Who disturb more niggas than them niggas?
I mean, do you live in the projects?
No.
Well, why the fuck you talking about it?
You stupid idiot, because it happens. It don't just happen in the projects, idiot. This dude, apparently, this dude ain't nowhere. He don't be nowhere, because okay, here's what happens in the suburbs. Because I live in the suburbs. I don't live in the city. Here's what happens in the suburbs. In the suburbs, especially years past, you don't see it that much anymore because um, most people don't have CD players anymore. But when CD players were big before most of the digital content, guaranteed in the suburbs, it was damn guaranteed you go into Walmart, Kroger, Publix. I'm just going in here to get some groceries, man. And without fail, I'm trying to get some gas or whatever. At a Quick Trip or Chevron or wherever. I'm just trying to get some gas, bro. Why is it some dude coming up to me, hey man, you want to buy my CD? You want to? I got the CD, dude. I don't even listen to rap. What you talking about? And I always tell him, I said, dude, I ain't listened to rap since 1996, man. What are you talking about? That's when I stopped listening to rap music. So nah, I don't want your CD, man. Well, can you give me some? Can you give me something on it? Nah, dog, I'm not supporting your rap dreams. You want to go to school? Go to school. I ain't supporting another rapper. Somebody trying to be a rapper. I ain't go to school and rap on the side. Go join the military and rap on the side. How about that? You fund your own dream. And I ain't trying to be short because there's a lot of things that I will donate to. You know, which I hate being bothered really when I go out. I feel like I'm accosted. I'm going somewhere and then it's somebody wants some money for something. Black people, black kids, I'll do it. Little football programs. If it's gonna keep a little if it's gonna keep a little dude off the streets when he get older, I'll make that investment. But then okay, so that's what happens in the suburbs. It's always about trying to solicit to get you to listen to their music, right? And last time it happened to me, some dude wanted to hand me like a business card with his SoundCloud, his YouTube channel on it to listen to his rap music. So that's what happened in the suburbs. Now this ain't downtown. I don't go into projects at all. But you just go downtown, go downtown anywhere, and uh, where there's more black people, and it ain't even in the hood. I mean, it ain't even in projects. And, it's just in more of the black neighborhoods, but it's houses and apartments or whatever. Not necessarily middle class, but let's say working class or whatever. And so when you go down there now, even there, not even across the street from the projects or nothing like that. Nah, you can get some people that you looking to smoke, you can get all that kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you still get the rap stuff when you down there or whatever. And so what's his name is saying? You don't have to be in the projects to get, dude. They don't know what this dude. These new blacks, man. I'm telling you, these new blacks they don't go outside.
Well, could I go by? I stopped down there sometimes.
You ain't even in the projects no more. You complaining.
That
You
don't
ain't
I
just
ain't
even.
happen
never
in the
lived there.
projects, fool.
I ain't never lived in the project.
See?
So look. Okay, look. Me and you. Let's go down the O block.
What the hell you gonna go down the O
Let's
block
go to
for?
O block together.
With the same FBI agents that arrested the nigga
No
that killed
police.
FBG Duck.
No police.
You couldn't pay. You got to give me $10 million, and I'm still going with the FBI.
Right.
But I'm saying, I just want them to hear you out.
They hear me loud and clear. Believe me, I tell by the analytical data.
Look, no. I will make sure no weapons be like I'll step out first. I want them to know. Let's me and you go to O block.
With the FBI, with the same people that arrested the nigga at the district attorney's office. It's Boosie didn't fall for it.
Okay. All right. So let me get to the rest of these things here real quick. So that was I just had to play that because I saw that and I was like, oh God, this guy, whoever this dude is, I don't even know who the guy is, but I want to play because Charleston White, he was saying how he wanted to be a tipster and all that kind of stuff, and I thought I was like, well, I guess we'll play it again. Here we
Hey,
go.
what's happening, y'all? Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you got to do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. Channel 2, community coverage. You can.
Okay, so that whole thing calling him a tipster, I just thought was hilarious because of that. And Charleston White, he got a lot of his facts correct because again, Ti did the that Crime Stoppers commercial, and he said he would be willing to do all of his time, but when he was on the Breakfast Club, this is what he said here.
Serve the full sentence rather than participate.
Okay, so Boosie criticized Ti for doing the or not. He didn't criticize him. He just said he shouldn't have did it. He just thought that was a bad move, and he said that was a bad move. So Charlemagne and them guys on the Breakfast Club asked him about it.
Serve the full sentence rather than participate in the Crime Stoppers commercial. What would be your thought? What would be your advice to him?
I have no advice for him. As men, we all have decisions that we have our own decisions to make, and if that's his, I respect that. I respect that.
What would y'all have? What would everybody else have done? You guys would have done the commercial, right?
I respectfully disagree. I had shit. I'm not willing to tell on nobody to keep from, you know what I'm saying, doing long numbers and you know, and to cancel out millions of dollars in my career. But I ain't but to keep from doing a drop to tell citizens to do what citizens are already able to do, I'm gonna do that every time. I'm gonna do that every time. If I catch another case, you can see it, you can expect another commercial.
You know,
I'm just letting you know now. You know, that's why I draw the line. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that gangster. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not that gangster.
okay, so it's funny. It's funny,
Wake that
but you.
ass up.
Oh hell, let me before I damn get this damn thing copyright or whatever. Anyway, so hey, dude, you gotta, you know, you might have been making jokes, it might be tongue in cheek or whatever, but that's what you said. And then now is I'm willing to do all my time about mine. Which one is it, bro? Come on, when you just talk so much and you say so much stuff, you forget what you said. You know what I mean? And um, if you're always telling the truth, then you don't ever have to remember anything that you said prior to. If you always what you believe is what you always say, then you wouldn't have to go back and remember that wait a minute, I said this before. You know, hey, if I catch another case, you can expect another video. And Charleston White is a citizen. So, but then you criticize him about, you know, calling 911. And which one is it? You know what I mean? That citizens can do what citizens do. And, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, he's snitching, he's snitching. That's not snitching, man. That is not snitching if I know someone is if I have the opportunity to document, and I'm not a fan of law enforcement at all, but if I have an opportunity to document something before something goes down, and not saying that like in this case or whatever, especially if if I take it as a you know, perceived threat or a real threat or whatever that, let's say. No, I ain't even gonna put that energy out there. But nonetheless, you know, if someone, if I have an opportunity to call law enforcement and you know, if I have to take out a restraining order on somebody for some reason, I just want that to be documented. So if something happens and I have to defend myself, hey, I already let y'all know that this person was a problem. Because you know a lot of times now we see in a lot of cases, and even in stand your ground states where brothers are defending themselves, they're getting locked up, they're getting charged and getting locked up in stand your ground states where you don't have you don't have to really even be threatened, and you can defend yourself and they're getting locked up. So you know you know it's bad out here. But anyway, I want to play this two more things real quick. One, I just want to again, Charleston White. He's this stuff is out here. I mean, come on. Ti's paperwork is funny. Not his paperwork in terms of whether or not he snitched in on somebody to keep from going to prison for a long time with those guns. Yes, that's suspect because the amount of guns that he had, and he was already a felon or whatever, and he shouldn't have had those guns. He should have did more than a year or whatever he did. I don't know exactly how much he did. He should have did more than that though. But anyway, I'm just talking about from the standpoint of okay, you out in the street life and you in the streets, and I've heard a lot of brothers who live that life. And it's like, nah, you don't do nothing like this. You don't get on the stand.
Exhibit 34K.
This is his friend got when his friend got killed. This is what prompted him to go buy all these guns, and he's testifying. Well, you living that life, and from what I understand, this is a no-no. You don't talk to law. You don't cooperate with him. You don't do none of this. Even though it was your friend that got killed, and you testifying to put the killer away. You don't do that. That's that's not street to do this. So I mean, which one is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Phil. Oh, that's his body.
And 34A.
Prosecution witness.
Yeah, that's the entry wound.
And that's a picture of Falant with the bullet hole in his head.
Yes, it is.
Sheesh.
And that's the bullet hole that you described to the jury as being in his temple on the left side.
Yeah.
How did Falant's family find out about his death?
I told him. I called his mom first, then I told his cousin. I told his little girl.
How old was his little girl?
His daughter was 4 years old at the time. 5 years old at the time.
And how did you tell his daughter that her father was dead?
He's in a better place and he won't be coming back. And I told him how much he loved her.
And how did you tell his mom that her son was gone?
Well, first I apologized. I apologized because, I felt that, all of those rounds were fired for me, in my opinion. So I apologized to her at first, and then I told her what happened to the best of my knowledge, and I told, I didn't get to really say much after that. There wasn't much else to say.
All right, so I understand it's tough, but I'm gonna make a I'm gonna be I ain't gonna be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm gonna be both feet in or both feet out. You know, if I'm gonna live the life of a regular citizen and will get on the stand and testify against someone who uh, uh allegedly killed my friend, then I'm gonna just be 2 feet out the game. Or I'm gonna be 2 feet in the game, meaning I ain't telling nothing. I don't know who it was. I don't know. I ain't testifying. I don't know who did what, whatever. And I'll handle it myself. Or whatever. I'm not gonna be half half. That half half stuff, no. And that's half half. And I know half of this, like I said, I don't follow these rappers. But when you start doing research, I'm like, wow, the rabbit hole goes deep. And it plays last thing, man, because this dude, this guy, he says he's Muslim on a show called Up in Smoke or All the Smoke, whatever it's called. What's the guy's name? Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. Got a show talking about all the smoke, and he's forever saying he's forever saying some of the dumbest stuff. He's forever doing some of the dumbest stuff out here. And this dude is what 50 years old, and yeah, I'm gonna really focus a lot of content on uh, some of these fake Muslims out here, you know, with 1 foot in, 1 foot out of Islam and the streets. I can smoke weed and I can do whatever else I want to do as a Muslim. No, there's rules and regulations to being a Muslim, you know, and I'm gonna start focusing or I'm gonna start another channel to focus on that type of content and keep this channel for the general content. But you know, taking some of this stuff to task, calling out, or addressing these people who espouse a Muslim and you know making Islam look bad or whatever because I'm out here smoking weed as a Muslim, and there's things that you can and you can't do as a Muslim.
Rap man, I'm the real one. I'll never tell.
Who says that? Look at this dude. No, that dumb mentality. Snitches get stitches and all that. That ain't meant for everybody.
Nine out of 10 of y'all gonna tell on y'all partner because you decide to get on your Instagram and laughing at somebody who telling the world he telling on people.
He a regular citizen, dude. Charleston White is a regular citizen. He ain't out here saying I ain't no snitch. I'm the hardest dude, whatever. He keep telling, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there should be more people willing to tell on people doing crime.
But that's funny to you. It's
Yes.
always funny to you till it hits your doorstep. And you wonder why y'all ain't winning. Y'all don't
We ain't
stand for
winning
nothing.
because of that.
Y'all don't stand for nothing.
Idiot. I'm sorry.
How in the hell
You
that
Muslim and I
committed a
shouldn't be saying it,
crime,
but whatever.
went to jail, and gonna come out and people paying him to talk about other people because he admitted he's.
He went to jail. He did his time for the crime, even though I don't believe that makes it right from a Islamic standpoint. It don't make it right because you can never bring that life back. You can never do enough good to replace the life that you took, especially if it was unjustified.
Snitching. Do y'all know how that make y'all look? Y'all that thirsty for attention?
And that's why you on here doing this video.
Y'all that thirsty for attention? That a 50-year sitting around saying he telling on people, and y'all accepting that.
Yes.
And that's why y'all ain't winning. Y'all gonna stay in the same place.
Yes, that's what it should be. Not you as a 50-year-old man gonna go check in at O Block. I'm just checking in to some little youngsters who could be young enough to be your damn grandkids.
Forever. I don't know if y'all know that, but that's not respected.
It's more respected than people out here doing all these crimes.
That's not respected.
These dudes are insane.
When did telling on people become respected?
When they do crimes, fool.
I'm glad Pimp C raised me.
This dude said, "I'm glad Pimp C raised me." God, dog. Yo, I don't know who said it. I don't know if it was. I just remember I heard this. Um, uh, I don't know if it was. Might have been Jason Black. Probably wasn't Professor Black Truth. I don't listen to them anymore. Once I started making content, I can't listen. I can't listen to that a lot of different content creators because I want my thoughts to be clear. So I don't listen to them anymore. But I remember hearing one of them. I think it was like I said. I think it was Jason Black. Um, said something about what did he say? The difference between elders. No. How did he say? He said we don't have elders in the black community. We have old niggas, or something to that effect. Or it was something to that effect. The difference between elders and old niggas. And we don't have a bunch of elders in the community. We have old niggas in the community. You know, sorry, I'm using the N word, but I gotta say it the way so you understand the point. Because saying the N word sometimes it don't get the point across the right way. And I'll just say this: he ain't an elder. Elders have wisdom, and this ain't no wisdom here.
I'm glad UGK raised me.
Oh God.
I'm glad Ghetto Boys raised me.
No.
Because I can go anywhere on this earth and get respect and be treated like a real one because I give respect everywhere I go.
Treated like a real what? A real N word. That's what. This dude is insane.
But this world today is lost off morals. No morals. Everybody,
dude, doing crimes. The Ghetto Boys was talking about crimes, Pimp C and these crimes. That ain't no morals. There was no morals in their music, dude. What are you talking about? Oh my God. I didn't listen to all of this. Like I said, I just saw he was reacting, so I said, let me grab it and I'll play it live. Goodness.
And I learned this at a young age from my mama.
Oh God.
And I
Not
might
my
not be
daddy.
saying the word right, but I know.
Now, I didn't learn it from my daddy. I ain't learned it from my father. I learned it from my mama. So you look at the world through your mama's eyes, boy.
The gist of the saying. Association brings assimilation, something like that.
Oh God.
If you keep associating with a person, that's doing a certain thing, you might not think you're doing it, but you just as guilty as this person because you hanging with them.
Oh man.
If I get pulled over and I got something in the car that ain't supposed to be in the car, we both going to jail.
Not really.
I don't know if y'all know that or not.
Not if you a stand up dude and say, hey, that's mine, and he ain't got nothing to do with it. If he really don't, gun under somebody's seat, the one that's under the seat, that's who going to jail. But you don't know nothing about that because you supposed to be a stand up dude. Nah, he ain't got nothing to do with this.
I'm not sure if y'all know that. If me and you go to jail, and me and you in the car, we both going to jail.
We shouldn't even be going to jail, fool.
I can say it's mine all I want, but we both going to jail. I don't know if you know that.
Then this dude said, "Ak, man, will you stop? I'm sorry. This,
The worst
I gotta
person you
call it
can
like
be, and the
call it like
dirtiest,
it is.
the shadiest thing you can be is somebody that don't have enough confidence or don't have enough guts or not man enough to go get your own, that you rather go take from somebody or go tell on somebody for you to get ahead.
That's
You the
not what
worst
he's doing.
motherfuckers on earth.
That's not what he's doing. He's telling on people committing crimes, dude. This dude sounds
I don't want to
stupid,
be
man.
around nobody like that. Nobody like that. If you willing to take from a nigga when you know he worked hard for, or you willing to go tell on a nigga,
Hey, look, you supposed to tell on the dude who robbing people, man. You ain't supposed to let that dude just go. That's what you're talking about. Somebody take from somebody hard earned what they work for. Yeah, tell on that dude.
so you can get ahead, you are the worst type of human being on this earth. And I guarantee you, nothing good is gonna happen to you.
This dude,
Nothing.
boy, got the mind of a damn 5-year-old. How much longer is this? What?
Thing today, if I lost everything today, I would not be mad. I would be
Yeah.
media or any type of platform to demean people.
Let me keep
I
going.
don't do nothing illegal. I'm glad I don't do nothing illegal.
Illegal according to who? Because if you're Muslim and you're smoking weed, that's illegal. If you're Muslim and you're drinking alcohol, that's illegal.
You know what I'm saying? That's why.
You know what? Let me keep going. If you're Muslim, and you're having sex uh with women that you're not married to, that's illegal. Or in other words, since you're saying ak, that's haram. How about that?
Y'all need to follow this dude named Zeke. ND Zeke from New Era Detroit.
No.
I follow people like that, bro.
Yeah, you're a
This
follower,
man
not a
spends his
leader.
whole life.
Exactly. You're a follower, not a leader, and your mentality shows.
Dedicated his life to the betterment of the black people and the youngsters and kids in the community. I've seen him go shut gas stations down and make smoke. It's a lot of people that we've been knowing for years that's on our show, that's working with our show. Telling you.
All right.
I gained nothing from that. I'm straight.
Okay. What is he talking about?
Man, listen, man. You look, you go put niggas, you put broke niggas down. Get off my page, dog. Get off my page. You a loser. I ain't got time for you. I don't want to beef with you. And it's no reason for me to beef with you, bro. I
Oh
got to
God.
fight. That ain't got nothing. I'm pretty sure it's a whole bunch of niggas like you that ain't got nothing going on. That's mad at the world. Y'all everywhere. It's a million of y'all. Shout out to the OG DOC. See, that's what I was raised on. That's what I was raised on.
Yeah, you was raised on DOC, the dude who was at the top of the world, at the top of the hip hop world, rap world, and he decides to go drinking and driving, and then he loses his voice. That DOC, the DOC who said he lived with Dre. He had to live with another man for most of his life. He never owned his own house. He lived with Dr. Dre for most of his life. That DOC.
OG DOC then checked in. OG DOC, what's up? Know
Okay.
about that? What y'all know about that?
Wait a minute. Was he throwing up gang signs?
One, and here comes the two to the three.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Okay.
hey, Mia, three of my daughters on here. Tamia, Mimi, and Riri, they all on here, and they know I'm not lying.
Oh God.
Zeke, these niggas they need a hating battle rap league, bro. These niggas
Okay.
sides. So if they find one motherfucker who ain't shit, who know he ain't shit, and know he ain't trying to be shit, and know he
Yeah. Perfect way to speak. As a Muslim, right? We supposed to be uh the highest standard of being, a state of being. That's why I don't curse, because I have vocabulary.
a hater, and when you got somebody that's looking at him like shit,
Okay.
hating. Why?
If you wouldn't say, a matter of fact, him saying "ak" don't even point out that he Muslim. I mean, I know the word, but there's a lot of people in a lot of places like Philly is one I know that Muslims are the language has permeated the culture that where even non-Muslims will use certain words. New York is another place like Brooklyn and um, those are maybe downtown Atlanta, maybe Cleveland has a large Muslim populations. Certain around, and let me say this, around Black Americans anyway. Let me say that because uh, they're so interwoven in between the Muslims and non-Muslims, because a lot of times the non-Muslim Black Americans, someone in their family becomes Muslim, and then it 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 permeates the culture, the language used. So they'll be somewhere. I'll be out and I'll see somebody and they'll be like, they'll say, Assalamu alaikum or whatever. And I don't know. I just give the return the greeting, walaikum assalam. You know what I mean? Return the greeting or whatever. I don't know if they Muslim or not, but sometimes some people say, "Yo, I just grew up around a lot of Muslims or whatever." Like, okay, it's in its culture. Where you from? Philly, New York, Cleveland, Atlanta, whatever. Let me see
in
what
the
else this
home,
dude talking about.
why him and not me? Instead of getting off their ass. But y'all need to
Okay,
hang together.
okay, he ain't talking about nothing. All right, let me kill that. Get that out of here. All right, I think that was the last thing that I wanted to bring up here. Oh no, actually, one one last thing. I know I'm around almost 3 hours, but I want to see this because I didn't play this. I'm gonna play it live here because I haven't seen it. I saw them. Um, I want to do two things here. Um, no, let me do it this way. Okay, so I said Google Ti versus Charleston White, and then you look at some of the. I want you to see um, some of the headlines. Ti checks Charleston White over comments about son. Ti challenged to fight. Charleston White, Kanye. Ti gets fight challenge. Checks Ti gets fight challenge. Goes off. Trades threats inside. You know what I'm saying? Whack 100 co-signs Charleston White's coming. Let me see what he's talking about. Yeah, it made me click on it. But anyway, where is it? What are we doing here? What are we? That's Shade Room. What is this? Hollywood Unlocked. Hollywood Unlocked. Whack 100 cosigns. The truth could never. The truth can never be considered disrespect. Can't ignore the seed and blame the tree. Every action will get a reaction. Okay, I agree with that. Can't ignore the seed and blame the tree. Ti. King is your seed. Every action will get a reaction. The truth can never be considered disrespect. Can't ignore the seed. Okay, I co-sign that whack. I don't. I probably wouldn't. What does this say? Yeah, Charleston Whitey, little 60-year-old trying to beef with a teenager. Who cares what they are on? Oh, you and a whole lot of other people because it's you know y'all wait till Ti and his thesaurus wakes up. I agree with Wacky. I probably won't say that a whole lot, but I agree with him here. You can't Ti talking about you bring it to the daddy. Bring it to me. If your son do something, your son might have to see somebody that he threatened or whatever it is. You can't just sit up here and say bring it to me and you know uh he can't just say bring it to me and I'll handle it and you no, it don't things don't work that way, man. Yeah, it don't work that way. That's not how life works. Your son put out energy. Your son put out some energy, you know, uh he may have to deal with it himself. Last thing I want to play is I saw the brothers on King Talk, Lapeef Network. I was gonna go live last night to do this last night, and then like right when I was supposed to go, they were gonna go 30 minutes after me or whatever. I saw that they talked about it. I haven't listened to this because obviously I wanted to react to it as well. So I kind of queued this up because I want to kind of hear what they say. I don't expect um anybody to kind of have the TI talking points and is based on what they said or based on what does the banner say? The banner says Charleston White disrespects TI. If you don't discipline your kids, the world will. All right, so I want to hear what they have to say here.
And perspectives on that, and then let's talk about if you don't discipline your kids, the world will.
Lock his ass up, bro.
I knew it.
Lock him up. Boy, you ain't no gangster. Your daddy rich.
Yep.
You ain't had a difficult day in your life besides probably passing school, bro. You ain't had to worry about nothing. Like, what sense do this make, bro? Like, why is you got putting on this jacket? You know you ain't this person, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And T.I., you need to calm down too, bro. Like, you need to calm down, bro. You need to calm down. That boy 18 years old. If he out here doing crazy shit, bro, he gonna have to pay the toll, bro. He obviously ain't got no respect for you to even try to put you. Why is he putting you in a situation like this in the first place?
Facts, absolutely. And you could see it in that video where Ti was talking to him that he ain't got no respect for him. He wasn't even looking at him in his eye, turned his back on him, talking about he ain't got nothing to drink, trying to light up something to smoke. Clearly, he ain't got no respect for him.
Right? Why is he even putting you in a situation like this in the first place? Man, let the cops lock his little goofy ass up, bro. These motherfuckers, they act like fat meat ain't greasy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Sit back and live the lifestyle your parents provided for you, bro.
Absolutely.
What was the point if you still out here acting like?
Absolutely.
Oh, they weird. Yeah, I keep telling these people weird to me, bro. They weird, man. You got every opportunity, right? Every opportunity provided for you, and this is what you out here doing.
Let me see. I'm gonna try to skip through. I wanna hear everybody.
So let me say this, because this is like I talk about childhood trauma all the time. I did a video about 50 Cent's son. When you see a little boy or little girl out here acting out,
whatever,
and it presumably looks like that child has the things that they need, whether it's their dad or mom, money, or good upbringing, or good neighborhood, or whatever, and they still acting out, there's childhood trauma there somewhere. So I don't look at this young man and say, lock his ass up, because he's screaming out for help in some type of way.
Hey, if he doing crimes, what do you expect, dude? If he out here doing crimes, which he is, do you just get help? Because that's what white people say about their kids. Oh, well, they had some kind of trauma. Yeah, you fix the trauma before he get out here and start committing crimes. Once he start committing crimes, he's a criminal, and criminals need to be locked up. I'm sorry. I get whatever happened to them when they might have been young or whatever, and I don't wish that on nobody. But dang, if they out here committing crimes, what are you supposed to do? Man, there's
This is what kids do to get attention. Sometimes children do these things in order to get attention. This man has like what, 7 siblings, 6 siblings. I'm not sure how many kids they got.
Yeah, something like
It's a lot
that.
of siblings. King used to be the baby.
Yeah.
Guess what?
2 other ones
He's no
came
longer
up.
the baby.
Yeah.
So sometimes, from a birth order standpoint,
The middle
birth
child
order wise
syndrome.
with me, I'm an only child. I'm an asshole. Can't nobody tell me shit. Why? Because I'm an only child. I act like an only child. I try to learn how to not act like an only child, but it's in me. Fuck everybody. Because I'm an only child. So when it comes to King, he was the baby at some point. And everybody coddled this young man. He's no longer the baby. I think he has a baby sister. She's the baby now. That may have done something to him. He's no longer, he's pushed to the side. And he's like, hey, look at me. What? No, we got this new baby. We got to, this is the baby. And it's a girl. Makes it even worse for him. So he's like, oh, okay. So that's what y'all gonna do? I'm gonna act a fucking fool. This young man is crying out for help, just like I said about 50 Cent's son. We have to pay attention to what's going on inside of these people and not what's outside of these people. They need something we don't know.
I'm surprised Mr. Let Go is taking that perspective because some of his other takes I wouldn't have gathered that from him. No, I'm surprised. I'm gonna skip past. He's gonna might be kind of long winded. I wanna get to some of the other brothers up here. Let me see. Okay, who is this
This is
question?
just something he has to deal with. He's not the baby anymore. And I
don't think
in
that's
my
it though. But he's gonna stay on this point, and I want to get past that. Come on, bro.
Even what your older brothers are, or even your younger brother, like they doing just fine,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is you had the opportunities, man, and you blowing it big time. You blowing it, bro. Now, as a father, can I say that I wouldn't be trying to come at Charleston White neck? I'm coming at my son neck first.
Yeah.
I'm coming at his neck first. But as a
Absolutely.
father, God forbid my child or my son grow up to do some more goofy shit like this, right? Like I'm gonna go at my child first,
Right.
and I'm gonna put that in check. But I'm definitely gonna have to have a conversation with Charleston White and be like, hey, stop going back and forth with my son. I know my son is acting stupid and ignorant right now. I got that. In the future, address me.
Nah.
Right?
Not
We
if
ain't got to go all over.
not if your son is addressing him. If your son keeps addressing him, then yeah, if you get your son in check and your son no longer addresses him, then you effectively try to stop the back and forth. But if your son keeps the back and forth up, you can't tell this man what to do because once you start telling another man what to do, then just 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 because as men we just don't like to just be just blatantly told do or don't do. Just because you said don't do, I'm going to do. Or nah, you know what I mean? Like that's what happened between him and Floyd. I told you not to talk to my old lady no more. Like, dude, you can't tell me who what to talk to. If she talked to me, I'm talking to her. So you need to check her. Don't come check me. That's what every single time that something like that happens. No, check your old lady. Don't check me. You need to talk. You need to handle that with your woman, not me. That's where that comes from. So this energy of yeah, don't go back and forth with my son. You can't tell another grown man that. Sorry.
The internet and all this old goofy ass shit, bro. Like, I mean, I know who you are. I understand this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? But come and address me. Now, I ain't got to talk all this big gang shit, you know what I mean? Because T.I. did a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I get the nigga was tight about the shit.
Nah, he was emotional.
But I'm just coming to you like a fucking man. Like, nigga, I'm rich. I know how I get a hold of you. You know what I'm saying? To where we can have an actual personal one-on-one fucking conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would have been a better way to handle it.
This shit all bad. But at the end of the day, hey, I say it all the time. Black folk need to be held accountable for their motherfucking actions. We have to. We have to.
Absolutely.
And as much as it hurt to say that shit, man, like if King get locked up, he asked for that, bro. He asked for that.
I want to hear all this Mr. Let Go stuff.
That's
Yeah,
all I
he
gotta
hurt.
say, man.
He might be hurting. He might be looking for attention. But you go out here and start. He go out here and look for attention, and you start robbing people and so forth. Don't lock him up, dude. You insane.
Terrible fucking situation, but you know.
All right, go ahead, Shannon.
Out here in LA, we eventually came up with this saying that if you bang the gang, if you were a criminal, you bang the gang, and your son grew up and he banged the same gang, you failed as a father. Just that simple.
Just that simple.
So I'll keep it quick and simple. If you bang the gang and you had a son and your son grew up and he banged the gang too, then you failed as a father. So I hear what you're saying, Quest, but I wouldn't we just had a whole conversation about accountability. And should we avoid women who should you date women, or I forget the question. Should you not date women who don't have accountability? See, men don't have accountability sometimes too. And I get it. T.I. got to do what he's doing, but I wouldn't have a problem if a Charleston White if Charleston White or a guy like Charleston White came at my son, and my son was doing that fucking shit. And I got two sons. I'm the whole. See, I grew up. Frank's mama whooped my ass, and then Derek's mama whooped my ass, and then the phone call beat me home, and then I got another ass whooping when I got home. I grew up. My principal had a paddle. I got paddled, and ladies and gentlemen, I was in the era that we got paddled.
Dude, we old because I'm from that era. I know exactly what you're talking about. That don't happen no more in schools, but I'm from that era too, man.
In school, principal had a paddle with looked like a fucking ping pong, or it looked like a goddamn.
Yeah, with some tape on it. With some tape on it.
Hey, it looked like one of them where those dudes go through hazing when they join in a fraternity, and these dudes got to get paddled. That's what my principal had.
Crack that motherfucker right across your ass, and you'll see a snap.
And drilled holes in the motherfucker so it moved swiftly through the wind. That's me. My sons now, right? My oldest son is in second grade. My next son is in preparatory school to go to kindergarten.
Damn, he got young.
And they always say, they said it, when you drop him off, boy, he has a great day. When dad drops him off, he has a great day.
The energy.
Can we call you? Because they know. And I tell them, I said, there's nothing that you can do outside that. I'm not that parent. I'm not that parent. What happened? Well, what? Don't touch my son. Don't talk to my kid like that. No, I grew up in an era where it was parents versus kids. Period. Parents was on one side of the fence and kids was on the other. Even if the kid was right, you was wrong. So I'm on some. What the fuck you do? Well, well, what'd you do? And the teachers appreciate that shit. All the teachers appreciate Shan. Because I'm not that parent that be like, well, I don't like how. Well, what did you? Well, did you speak to my son?
Would never do this. That's what I heard.
I'm like, nah, because
let me skip a
bang
little
the
bit.
game. You failed as a father.
For time. Yeah,
I fuck up.
Yeah,
we gonna stop this fucking cycle.
Right.
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
9 times out of 10, he's right.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the whole thing, but I want to get through each one of them.
We're it's hypothetical in a situation that probably would never happen. But that's where I'll land right there because I know I could be long-winded. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I think it just boils down to I think it boils down to that's what's wrong with our culture, just in general. And the thing about Charleston White is very colorful in how he speaks and very disrespectful in how he says things. But if you break it down to the root, 9 times out of 10, he's right. He done said disrespectful stuff about King Von, who was one of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? And just a multitude of other Lil Durk he talk about, Young Boy, he done said disrespectful things about. And these are some of my favorite rappers. But at the end of the day, they are perpetuating and they are glorifying what is wrong with our community. And if you
And it's funny he mentioned King Von, and I didn't know. I'm just like, oh damn, another rapper got killed. I didn't know who the dude was. I don't listen to the music. And then it turned out I was like, dude, they like dude killed like 8 people allegedly, and I'm like, damn, like these dudes out here. So when people say, they're using rap lyrics against some of these dudes, they're rapping about what they're doing. These dudes are doing what they're rapping a lot of times.
are you an adult with any kind of sense, then you're gonna know that what he's saying is right. Now again, the way about in which he does it, I feel like it's gonna get his head knocked off eventually. It done almost happened a couple times. I think Soulja Boy and them ran down on him, but he had pepper spray one time, and then that incident King them talking about, they had him surrounded, and the police came, and he was out there. Yeah, police. It was all of them. Locked him up. Yeah, it was him too. He is funny, but again, Charleston White just said from the gate, I'm not about to be out here fighting and shooting with y'all. Y'all play with me, I'm calling the police. I remember when somebody was on Instagram one time threatening him on live. He got right off the live and called the sheriff while he was still on live with his other phone. Yes, sir, officer. Yeah, such and such just got off the live. He threatened me. I saved the video. I got it right here, officer. What's your email? I'm gonna send it to you. Right. Like so.
I saw that.
It ain't no
That's
secret.
funny.
How
it ain't
you
no
gonna
secret.
respond to those situations?
That's
so
right.
Again, I think it boils down to parenting. T.I. certified street nigga. You should be able to differentiate. That's not something to play with, right? So if my son is even engaging in something like that, my street sense is gonna kick in. Hey, son, no, that's not it, because he's not playing by the same rules again. He shouldn't be a street nigga to begin with. But if you're gonna play in these streets, then I got to give you the rules of how this shit go. He playing by a different set of rules than you playing by.
And it ain't talking online.
So whereas you feel like, I can just go put hands on him and that's how I get my give. You can go do that.
I don't know how certified that
went
makes
to
T.I.
college and came back half.
Let me keep going here.
Fucking fine. You don't have no
We
issues
don't know what
with
they
niggas.
find though, bro. We just don't. We don't know.
Well,
we just see him acting a fool. The other ones may not be fine either. We can't just say that.
Well, they ain't acting a
What
fool.
I'm talking about is going out here and doing all this shit.
They ain't acting a
His
fool.
name is King.
Yeah, look, you can talk all that junk.
And there are women, and then
come on, where
it's your job.
Arcade of my lessons.
These brothers going
your
back and
child
forth.
follows
These
the
other
lessons
brothers ain't
that you
speak yet. Let me see these other brothers speak.
15.
Here we go.
Deal with. I'm in my hood.
Let me see what
see how it's gonna work.
Sorry, y'all.
And I pray, right, that your child follows the lessons that you leave down. I pray.
I was just about to say, being in the nation, we deal with, the nation is nothing but rejects, hard-headed people. That's what the nation is built of. People who everyone counted out of. The ones that, drug dealers, robbers, prostitutes, the whole 9 yards. That's what the nation is made of. Every day I deal with, every day I deal with, I'm in my hood, talking, grabbing, a whole bunch of kings. Then, right, rather they from poor or rich, maybe the good kids from the next city over that's trying to be down, and they in the projects knowing that they had better resources. Listen, the crazy stage in everyone's life, the biggest mistakes that most people make in their life is between the ages of 15 and 25. 15 and 25. That decade, psychologists call it the crazy stages, where you're liable to do most of the biggest mistakes that you do in your life.
Yeah, that's true.
Since Charleston mentioned the Bible, right? And we want to put it back on T.I.,
the Bible says God is not a respecter of person. That means just because daddy is great don't mean that the son is great. In fact, if we go in scripture, all of most of the prophets, they children, right? A lot of them went their own separate ways. There's only very few of them that didn't.
And he got that he got that backwards. Um, he got that backwards. Most of the children were, and if you're talking about even in the Bible, the Bible, the Bible and the Quran, it talks about some of the same prophets. Not to get too religious, but I was listening to this. Uh, even in the Bible, Jacob had 12 sons. All of them were, they were pretty righteous. They didn't go their own way. They even when he died on, but coming from the Quranic perspective, let me I can't speak on the Bible, but anyway, coming from the Quranic perspective, when he died, when he was about to pass on, who he was asked, who are you going to worship, and they said we worship the God of our fathers, you know, Isaac, Ismail, and Ibrahim, which is Allah. And then so Ibrahim had two sons, both were righteous. Jacob had 12 sons, you know, absolutely two. One, Yusuf or Joseph, was absolutely righteous. The others were not unrighteous. They committed sins or whatever, but they weren't unrighteous. They didn't fall off the worship of the God that their fathers worship. Um, I can keep going. Let's see who else was mentioned that had sons. Not a lot of them mentioned what even had sons that were mentioned. The one that had a son that was mentioned that was unrighteous was Noah. His son was unrighteous and he was washed away in the flood. That's the only one that was mentioned that. And then I'm coming from a Quranic perspective. So, but anyway, let me keep going.
So now these is messengers and prophets of God. Are you saying they ain't raised their children right? They was guided. So because a child not listening, because obedience is better than sacrifice, you can teach, Ricky said it, you can teach your child whatever you want. You have to pray that they adhere to what you're teaching them. I don't think that T.I. raised his son to be disrespectful of people. I'm going to assume the best. I don't think that T.I. was out here raising his son and told his son to be in the gang or hang around gang members.
It's not about what he
Or
told him.
disrespect adults.
It's not
I
about what
don't
he
think
told him,
T.I.
brother.
raised his son to do that.
Hold on. It's not about what he told him. It's about what he showed him. That's where you're missing the point. I don't know if this brother got kids, but when you get your kids, your perspective changes. I'm sorry, I can't even get the word out. He, it's not about what you tell your kids a lot of times. It's about what your kids see. So Ti can tell him to do all the stuff right, but if Ti is doing the wrong thing, his son is going to follow what he sees. And absolutely, his son saw his father doing some of the same stuff that he's doing right now. So the brother is missing the point, and it may be because he don't have kids. I don't know the brother. He might not have kids. It sounds like he don't because he's talking he's talking theoretical. He's not talking from actual experience about children or having sons because he took it back to the scriptures and all this stuff. And I'm sure Ti didn't tell his son to join a gang. You don't have to tell him. But if Ti moves like he's in one, then your son is gonna move like he's in one. It's not about what you tell them, it's about what they see. They have to see you doing what you say, what you're telling them to do. So if I'm telling my son to go to school, read, do this, do that, and I don't do it, he's gonna the probability of him actually doing what I told him to do versus what he saw me doing is unlikely. It's more probable that he's going to do what he saw me doing than what I told him to do. That's where you're missing the point. I don't think the brother has kids. I'm gonna try to fast forward past this. Well, I'm gonna let it play a little
So
bit.
at the end of the day, and yes, we can go into reasoning, and I like what Mr. Lego said. Yes, it's reasoning to everything, but at the end of the day, I think what makes us successful, the reason why the nation is one of the highest we have the highest reform rate of our people is because while knowing the reason and having understanding, but at the same time, we hold you accountable. Like, I understand why. But at the end of the day, we not going to make no excuses for your actions. No, 18 to us isn't no grown man, a grown ass man. Right? No, it's not. He's still a teenager.
What does
in
that
the
mean?
eyes of most adults who got grown children, knowing that 18.
18 is a lot of stuff that he can do. He can emancipate himself. He can go to prison. He can vote. He can go to the military without your say so at 18. Yes. Yes, 18 is still in um he's still technically, nah, he's not a child. He is an adult. We got to stop that. We can't infantilize these kids, or we can't make these kids out to be children. But yeah, is he the same as a 30-year-old man? No, but he is still an adult. Man, stop this, man. Come on. Do they still need help and they still need guidance? Of course. They still need guidance at 18, of course. But don't sit up here and say that he's not a man. He's not an adult, I should say. Because some people like, he's a male, not a man, or whatever. He's an adult. And that's undisputable, dude.
You're not no grown man.
Yeah, yeah.
However, he has choices.
And then what's the definition of a grown man? Because King, he may have more money than us, so he can. I don't know if he moved out of his parents' house or what. Probably have, but he can go out here and take care of himself. His parents probably gave him enough money. He's gonna make bad choices, of course, but I don't know how much money he's making from his little rap career, or from his acting career. So you have to define what a grown man is. But he's an adult for sure.
He has choices. I don't think that locking him up isn't the answer, because there's a whole bunch of us that's locked up. There's a whole bunch of us that's locked up, and it's a revolving door. It's called, if I get the word right, recidivism.
Yeah.
It's a revolving door. They still do the same crime and go right back. So obviously, jail isn't a real rehabilitation for us.
Captions.
So, but at the end, the system that they have in
Yeah, man, the going to jail thing is just difficult and touchy. Such I go back and forth on should we lock this up and that up, and it's tough because it's like, yeah, somebody comes out here and they killing and robbing and so forth. I'm like, yeah, but then I understand the system of white supremacy, and it's a trap door. So I get where the brother is coming from, and it's touchy. But man, you can't just have going back to the King Von situation, you know, because he never got told on. He never got told on, and nobody ever like corrected that situation. He's piling on bodies out here, and until that energy caught up with him. So what do you like? So what do you do? Like? It's tough, man. But let me
implanted for us.
okay. Let me keep going because you can.
Message. At the end of the day,
Yeah, let me get this brother. I don't know this brother at all.
You know what? I'm gonna let it rock out. Go ahead, and I'll pick it back up. Go ahead. You right.
Yeah, I just want to try to keep everybody engaged. Sometimes it's like being at a sermon.
Right.
This is what I'm gonna say. I'll say this. I'll say, Rashawn, what you said was spot on. Honestly, I think that was spot on. But there's a reason why what you said versus what Charleston White said, why you will hear it, but what Charleston White said will go viral. It's because he uses disrespect in order to communicate his message. At the end of the day, even in the bottom of this subheader, Charleston White disrespects T.I. Yes, he actually did. He was disrespectful in the way that he communicated his message. We as men, we have to stand behind what we say. So if you say, and if another man wants to address you for the way that you communicated something that impacts him directly or about him directly, and you communicate it in a disrespectful manner, you get dismissed from that because I'll call the authorities if things get out of hand. I don't even want to talk to you. Come on, that's bitch behavior. I'm sorry. It just is. That's a bitch. I'm just being honest. Maybe I haven't grown enough yet, but in my eyes, that's what I see.
That man say he a senior citizen.
Yeah. Now he a senior citizen though. We'll use that card when it's convenient. Most of the senior citizens.
He's missing. I don't think he did the research because that's not the first thing that he said. He didn't first say when things get out of hand, I'll call the law or whatever. First thing that he said, if you saw the clips, he said if Ti's son try to jump on him, what do you do? You shoot him in the throat. That's the first thing he said. He didn't say he'll call the cops if it get out of hand. And then even when Ti made the response and he made a couple of the responses back to Ti, he said, "Hey, send them. If you want to crash out, which I don't really know what that means, but I guess if they want to come at him, then come at him. He got guns. He send them." So he's standing on what he said, and he ain't just saying, "Hey, call the law." He's saying, when he's talking about call the law, um, that um, to get these dudes locked up for doing dumb stuff. If he can get you locked up before that happened, then so be it. But I don't know.
That I see and respect don't look and talk like that.
But they actually do though. Senior citizens be hella disrespectful with young people.
I said that I've seen. Most of the senior citizens that I know don't even know King. I'm just be honest. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, they might not know King, but a lot of we see senior citizens cuss and talk disrespectfully to people. I mean, stop. Come on, dude.
I'll say, but what I'll say is this: regardless of what the details of that,
he sounds like he's from Pittsburgh too.
He was being disrespectful in the way that he communicated about another man. But I won't take your call. Don't try
He did
to
take his call, dude. You got to do research. Like when y'all don't do research, then you come off with these half-cocked things, and you go with narratives. He did take his call because he got it recorded. Like, come on, y'all got to do research, man.
to me face to face.
You don't have to talk to the man face to face. Okay. See, this is where he has a bone to pick with Charleston White. So, okay, why would he talk to him face to face when, okay, he said something about King. King responded over the internet. Okay, he didn't joke back at him because Charleston White didn't say anything about hurting King initially. King responded back, "Oh, we'll jump you, this, that, and the third, or whatever." Charleston White responds back on the internet, "Hey, you try to jump me, I'll shoot you." Okay, now enters Ti. Ti didn't contact the dude one on one. He got on the internet with his gang, with his gangster mentality. I'm a thug, this, that, and the third. Yo, don't do this with mine. Then Ti, after Charleston White responded a few times, then Ti got in touch with Charleston's manager and then talked to him behind the scenes. So you got the order of stuff wrong, and it like when you have stuff wrong, half cocked, and you got wrong information, it's clear you do because you're saying the wrong stuff here.
Hear anything back?
That's not true.
I'll call the authorities if things get out of hand.
That's
No,
not
you a
true. That's
man.
not what he said.
Rashawn mentioned the nation, right? And it could just be me. I've never seen someone in the nation not stand on
He's
something they
standing on what
said
he's saying.
and say, "Oh, I'm going to call the authorities if somebody get bent out of shape about it." You as a man, listen. I've seen people say something in the chat, and listen. If they say the wrong thing, one of us on this panel might have to address them. You know what I mean? Because this is what we do as men. It's what we do. I'm sorry.
Dude,
who is he and why does he get a pass?
You got your facts
Because
wrong.
this was
Standing behind what he
I
says.
thought he was I'm sorry, go ahead.
Standing behind what he says.
He's
I'm not
standing
talking
behind.
about
He
whether
hasn't
his
taken
message
back.
is right or wrong.
He hasn't taken back what he said. What is this dude talking about? I don't know what this dude is looking at. He didn't. Charleston White hasn't backed down off of what he said. Even I played that one clip of that goofy dude trying to get Charleston White. What can I get you to do? How much money can we get you to stop? He said nothing, nigga. I got to crash out. He ain't backing down off of what he said.
If you disrespect another man, you just have to stand behind it.
He's
Why should
standing
somebody
on it.
respect you? You don't have to be accountable, but everybody else does.
Dude,
who gets a pass from being accountable for disrespect?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry, that's ridiculous.
No,
Now, if
you got
Rashawn
it
can
wrong.
communicate the same message but do it in a respectful manner, why can't he? I don't think anybody would feel disrespected by what he said, and the fact that he's willing to say, "Listen," he opened up with, "Listen, the nation is full of rejects."
Okay.
He's telling you, "Listen, the reason why I can go out here and I can minister to the."
You ain't got to repeat what he said.
If you can't carry yourself like a man, don't talk to me at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Like, we have to be cognizant of how we are delivering these messages. Don't nobody owe you respect because
You got to get your facts straight first, brother. That's the first thing, because you got your facts wrong.
Charleston White. Who was that?
I don't know
Like,
this
who
brother,
is
but he
it?
got
Like,
his
before
facts
social media,
wrong.
who are these people? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I judge you. I don't care who you are, what your name is. I judge you by how you carry yourself as a man. That's it.
You got your facts wrong.
That's the only thing that I can take to the bank is how I've observed
Let me see the
how you
back and
carry
forth. I'm sorry,
yourself
y'all. I
as a
know this
man,
is
and
going
that's
a little
not what you
bit, but this is
demonstrated.
interesting.
Yes. Well, T.I.'s son, to answer the other part of the question, society will have no mercy on his wrongdoings. There is no sympathy for young black men in this world, period.
Yeah, that's
At
unfortunately
all.
true.
So if he's willing,
That's why I even though I said in the moment, but I always think back. I'm like, because T.I.'s sons, well, his son don't look like my sons, but I got sons around his age, sons' ages or whatever, and I'm like, I wouldn't want to see him go to prison or go to jail or something, happen to him, he get hurt. I wouldn't want to see any of that. Boosie's son too, but Boosie is not in it, and that's one part they missing too. They didn't pick up on that. Boosie didn't respond. But anyway, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna rehash the point.
to risk everything that he's inherited, because he's extremely blessed when it comes to things. I don't know what his parental relationships are like, but when it comes to things, access, and resources, if this young man wants to do something that's upstanding, I'm sure he can make a call. You know what I mean? Now, why he's wasting time, why he's wasting
Brother, I want to hear what
resource,
Mr.
knowing
Let
that
Go
there are
is gonna
some
push
people
back.
in his very position that are probably sharing a cell with him when he fucks up, that don't have a fraction of the resources that he has. These are things that he needs to think about. You know what I mean? But at the same time, let's be honest, that
That dude's from that dude Rio is from Pittsburgh. And I know this because my wife's from Pittsburgh, and all of her family got that accent. Well, yeah, most of them got that accent, except for the ones from Philly.
I need to say this, man, because it's something that you're not seeing. Charleston White is just a representation of the environment. If it ain't Charleston White, it's somebody else. This man, whether you want to look at him or not, senior citizens, if we're just using that because he said it, they are disrespectful. You ain't never played on somebody's grass and you got this mean ass old man jumping out with a bat. Get off my lawn, I'll beat y'all. And you're like, yo, why is he so angry? We've all seen that. And that person is actually an integral part of our community because he's the only person that is a big enough asshole to call out the parents and say, get your little badass kids off my lawn. Hey, if your kids come back over here, I'm gonna call the police on them. Charleston White is that old man that is holding the other parents accountable. We need people like that. See, we as black people, we sit around making excuses for our little badass kids. We need people like Charleston White.
But dude, I can't believe he said that because he was the one that making excuses for King, talking about he's seeking attention and he's seeking attention and he got some trauma, which all may be true, but damn, it ain't for us in the society to deal with. That's for his parents to figure that out and keep him from hurting other people and committing crimes and so forth.
We don't need to get.
I'm not talking about making excuses for our kids.
He said he's gonna call police. Charleston White don't want to fight no damn T.I. He's telling T.I., get your little badass child
did say
off
that.
my damn lawn. That man
Well,
don't need to
not
get
that
beat up
verbatim.
because of that. Same shit happened in our community. When we grew up, we need that. Because guess what? These other parents are too pussy to goddamn say something about somebody else's child. We need the Charleston Whites out here to call out these stupid ass people, stupid ass parents, stupid ass kids, stupid ass black people. I'm sick of this shit. This young man.
I'm sorry. Yo, my man, my man, my man is going off. I'm sick of this ish. That's hilarious. Yo, sorry, y'all. This is my first time seeing it, and I'll get caught up watching it. I want to hear my last brother, Doctor,
It's
speak.
a problem to our community.
It is.
And the community say
That it's
More people should be willing to
right?
call the cop. Okay, hold
was
on.
locked
This
up.
brother
Listen
going
to
right
him a
here.
lot, but
Let me see here.
intent.
Can I say something real quick to that?
Yeah.
To the point that he's saying?
Yeah, go ahead with that.
I watched a clip. I think it was Charleston White, and he was going off on another rapper. I
Boosie.
can't think of his name.
Boosie.
I don't listen to
You
him a
finally-
lot, but
Somebody got it.
he was being very disrespectful to him. He said he had changed, he had been locked up and everything.
Yep.
And
You
he
talking about
just
Boosie.
going off on him, right? And so then the rapper, he responded
Oh no, he ain't talking
in
about
a
Boosie.
totally different manner. There was no disrespect. It was he was like, brother, if you see me being this way, it's because things have changed for me. I was locked up and now I'm out. I eat different. I work out, and my life is different.
Kevin
So,
Gates, some of that. That's what
Kevin
he's talking
Gates,
about.
that's who it was.
yes,
Yeah.
Kevin Gates, and he was like, you could have came at me differently, but I'm showing nothing but love to you. That's what Kevin Gates was saying to Charleston White. Charleston White then responded and apologized and fell back and held himself accountable and said, you know what? I was wrong for that.
Mm-hmm.
So to King Rio's point, it's not as if Charleston
Exactly.
White doesn't know that particular type of message would potentially work, because it did. Like the way that Kevin Gates came at him, he was appreciative of it, right? So the way that we talk in our delivery does matter, right? Because if we are trying to reach somebody, right, and we don't have a rapport with them, yelling doesn't work. Okay, it just doesn't.
Let me say something on this real quick, and I understand the brother's point, but here's the thing: because a lot of women were upset with the way Kevin Samuels spoke, and they said it wasn't the message; it was what he said. So here again, they're using this talking point when so either either A, women were right, or B, they weren't. This is like no in between, because if you're saying men are not going to receive the message because the way we talk to each other, they won't receive the message, but then you can't turn around and tell women, oh well, don't worry about the way he said it, worry about what he said. So you can't have it both ways, and I don't know where these brothers stand on Kevin Samuels, but that could be a contradiction if they felt that Kevin Samuels wasn't harsh and his tone was okay, because as men we received the message that Kevin Samuels was trying to put out, but women didn't receive it, or some of them, whatever, they pretty much everybody who said, oh well, it's not what he said, it's how he said it. Then you can't use that same talking point for men, but then you know you don't accept it for women. You can't do that. And I don't know where they stand on the whole Kevin Samuels thing, but if you're gonna, like I said, and I understand what he's saying, that yeah, the message and the tone, but if we sit up here and co-sign Kevin for how he spoke, and when women were like, they didn't like his tone, but then and we push back and say, well, you just didn't like what he said. Well, same thing here. King Rio, Dr. HD, then Kevin Gates was able to get Charleston White's message, no matter how he spoke. So is the message more important or how it's delivered? You gotta pick a side. You can't have it both ways.
With your kid, you have a different rapport. Your coach has a different rapport, right? Your wife, your husband, different rapport. They can yell at you to a certain degree, right? But if you don't know me at all, like there's no way that I'm listening to what it is that you're saying in order for me to change, right? And then as it relates to T.I. as the father, and I've interviewed, man, almost 100 dads now, right? And all of them talked about making sure that they held themselves accountable and then they would hold their kids accountable. What it sounds like, and what just looking outside, right? It seems as if T.I. has enabled the behavior in some
Absolutely.
regard because
There
he
you
did
go.
not tell, he did not, he went to address Mr.
Charleston.
White as opposed to
His son.
addressing his son. And he may have addressed his son, but there was no reason for him to address Mr. White,
Absolutely.
right? If he was going to address Mr. White publicly, he should have also addressed
Address
his
his son
son
public.
publicly, right? And then we can have a better
Yeah.
view of what's going on in the context of what it is that we're talking about. But from a perspective of a dad, T.I., if Mr. Lego is correct, if he was able to have a different privilege than the other kids, the way that the lineup is, it matters, right? And so it's not to excuse his behavior, but it is to understand why he acts out. And now you see that his dad has not said, you know what, son, you did something wrong. He's literally protecting his son when he has done something wrong.
Absolutely.
So you know when you reward your kid, even though they did something wrong, you have just validated their behavior,
Absolutely.
which is going to be counterproductive. And I rest my, I'm
Right.
done.
Doc dropping some gems here. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off that one though. Man, I'm gonna have to finish that at some point. Doc dropped the gem, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. Definitely didn't mean to go 3.5 hours, but it was good chopping up with the family and everything. But anyway, yeah. So again, you heard some of what the brothers were saying. Um, and again, my point was, we saw how Boosie reacted or didn't react. That's probably how it should have been handled. Ti was on the thing that Charleston ain't on his level, then act like it. Stop babying your son. Dude is not a baby. You went from an adult to adolescent to child and all this. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, yeah, I understand that's your son, but man, come on, your son can't be out here threatening people either. Your son, your son out here fighting and going to jail, and you said that that's the kind of energy that you was on, and I think you was still on. That's where he got it from. That's what he saw. The brother Shannon said it. If he if he banged the same gang or whatever, you failed as a father, and yo, I get it, but yeah, again, it's probably that light skin energy, man. I hate to say it, but damn, because you know the dark skinned brothers ain't say nothing. The light skinned brothers jumped out the window and jumped out. I got to show how tough I am, and this, that, and the third, and man, come on, light skinned brothers taking another L. What I forgot who said it. They light skinned brothers ain't been popping since Christopher Williams or something. Somebody said that. Some comedian. And but yeah, but anyway, family, I appreciate you chopping it up with me. Look, like I said, I have a lot of videos waiting to get edited, and like I said, I might have to put them out in the raw form, just in the lives, because the editing process is a lot, especially when I'm being called to do different projects and so forth. And then of course family. Uh, so man, look, help a brother out, support a brother by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, sharing it with your friends, with to help the algorithm, to help the viewership, to help the channel grow. And if you're feeling so inclined, I never really did this before, but I figured might as well start this way. Maybe it can help. I can get somebody to help me edit these videos. But you know, drop the brother Cash App. The Cash App is there on the link there on the banner. And I'll put it in the description box as well. But I appreciate you tapping in, family. Peace, Rebel family.